Good morning, Sharky, Gossamer, Icy, and Lila. Good morning, welcome, hello. I have my tea, but do I have an Instagram story? No. But I will. I'm gonna. Don't rush me. My regular volume down? Yes, jeez. Yes, it most certainly is. Alright, here we go. Listen to me. Listen to my... Your birthday's today! Happy birthday, Icy! It's Cozy's birthday also. Oh my goodness. What is that title? Unless... Alright, here we go. Here we go. Do you like countdowns and also boys that are cats? Well, I have news for you. I have both of those things. I am live. And a third thing, Ace Attorney. And a fourth thing, and then I show my face, everybody. I'm back. Happy birthday. What are you gonna do today? Oh my goodness. Okay. We link to the Comfy Catboy tweet. Just be able to watch my comfort streamer after a horrible day. Hey, I'm so sorry. Yeah, we're gonna make things even better. 13 hours ago, somebody named McNugget-chan followed me on Twitch. That's cool. I wasn't streaming 13 hours ago. But that's very nice. That's very cute and nice. And they have a nugget in their name, which I like a lot. I do appreciate that. Big Preesh. Oh, you know what? I made a mistake. A Hatsune mistake. That's okay. I'll probably just get... I usually have a secondary and emergency water for if I run out of tea. But, I don't have that near me. But I'll probably just get more tea later. It's fine. Stop worrying. Everybody, you're worrying too much. Man, we had quite a weekend. I hope you all had a lovely 3-day weekend. We got to go to an anime convention, and then we did other stuff too. Let me think about what it was. Oh yeah, we saw my mom. We hung out with my mom, and then we saw Cozy's folks, because it's her birthday today, and we got all the birthday hangouts, the birthday hangle tingles. Oh my god! Ah! Violently ill. Ah! I'm sorry to hear that. That sucks. That's the worst. I'm sorry. I hope you're feeling a little better now, Gosmer. I have one day for my weekend. What day? Which day? Oomst. Okay, no, but it may have given it to your mom. No! Is it like a stomach bug kind of a thing? Ugh, the worst. Like, you can, like, if you have, like, a head cold or, like, a fever or whatever, like, you can sometimes, like, manage. You know, like, not that you want to, but, like, one could. But stomach stuff? Ugh, forget about it. Star, good morning. You're awake. At the crack of, I don't know what time it is for you. But it's 9 for me. Baby, baby, baby. I am very excited to start this new case. Yo, does Corekeeper have Halloween stuff? I'm looking at my like main Steam page thing, and it has all the all the updates and stuff. It's 11. Okay, I couldn't remember if you were 2 or 3 hours ahead. Cause it's 9 for me. In the correct time zone. All the other time zones wrong. 7 p.m. incorrect. No, I'm joking. I'm kidding, of course. The one true time zone, Pacific Standard. I've only ever lived in this time zone. Alright, babies. Are you ready for a video game? Because I know I am. The Catboy time. Pacific, P-C-T. Pacific Catboy time. I like this song a lot, but we are stopping it. Okay. Whoa! Whoa! What do we have here? Oh, whoa, what's this? A new case, ooh-woo. Alright, babies. Here we go. Twisted Karma. Von Karma and his last bow or bow. I don't know the context yet. Here we go! Oh my god. We're gonna turn the... There's gonna be a voiceover.
Pipe in hand, Sholmes looked down at the thick, rolling fog outside our window. I wonder exactly how many mysteries are out there, hidden within this bed of fog, he said.
Whoa.
Indeed, a most bizarre incident, born of a curious advertisement.
They're all gingers.
A hellhound's mad gallop through the shadows of a serial murder. An executed man's graveyard resurrection in the dead of night.
Whoa.
And a commonplace killing in a small, forgotten room at the edge of town. There is, naturally, always another side to every case, of which most remain ignorant.
Don't call me ignorant. That's in
And it is that other side which compels me to the scene of the crime, Wilson. So quickly now, take your hat and let's be on our way, my dear fellow.
Does he even know a crime took place? He's just
For
like...
our adventure is not over yet. Come, the game is afoot.
The game is afoot. The game is... Jenga. Eight days after that earth-shattering trial and Cosmo regaining his memory, we were in the foyer of one of London's most luxurious hotels, the Great Waterloo Hotel. London, you're always a stone's throw away. Whoa, look at this beautiful little place. Professor Mikitoba is due to arrive any moment. Oh yeah, that's right. Yes, I'm so glad we got here in time. Sato-san hasn't been the same since what happened. Not that I'm surprised. The truth about Kazuma-sama's father. If you are just joining us, Kazuma's alive and he had amnesia and now he doesn't have amnesia, and everyone has lied to us about that and him and it up to this point. Tamazuki, hello! How are you? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Boop, 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 boop. How are you? Here we go. Do you suppose my father knew that he was actually the mass murderer, the professor, you mean? I knew that's what she was thinking about. There's a good chance, I'd say. I mean, they did come here to London together 16 years ago, didn't they? Hope you're doing well. I'm doing great. I'm a little sleepy, but what else is new? I fell asleep. It usually takes me a while to fall asleep at night. But I got in bed last night, and then, boop, I was done. I was Dunyan rings, baby. Okay, here we go. Yes, that's true. Sato, come to think of it, didn't you say that Professor Mikitoba knew about Kazuma going missing in Hong Kong as well? That's right, but for some reason he wasn't at liberty to talk to me about it. That probably means he knows then about Kazuma showing up here in London with amnesia and that he's regained his memory now. Urgh. Ah, there she is. Whoa. Oh, that's the judge. Oh, father. Oh, they look so different now. Hello, Sasato. How are you? I'm very well, thank you. We're delighted you arrived safe and sound. Now, I'm going to run into some trouble here, maybe, because I gave the British judge and the Japanese judge the exact same voice. So if at any point they come into contact with each other, sorry. I will not be changing their voices. Hello, Mr. Naruhodo. Very kind of you to take the trouble to meet us here. Oh, no, not at all. It's my pleasure.
We've heard all about your extraordinary exploits here in London, you know. The news has crossed the seas.
It has?
I always look forward to reading the monthly reports that arrive with the steamships from Britain.
Oh, I see. Well, thank you very much. Who is this man? Why do I feel as though I've seen him before?
I take it from your expression that you can't quite place me. In that case, how about a little reminder, Seshiro?
Say Shiro? Say Shiro.
A firm tap should do it. Yes.
A firm tap? What?
Here we go, then. I hereby pronounce the defendant, Ryunosuke Naruhodo, guilty!
Ah! Oh! You're... He just brought his hammer with him. Why? Or his gavel, I mean. He doesn't have his same hat on, either.
Court will now hear the trial of Ryunosuke Naruhodo.
Ryunosuke, my little shining star. Your Excellency. Hello, Judge Shidoku. How are you? It's been a long time.
Ha 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 ha! Good, you remembered now. That really did the trick. Guilty! Ha 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 ha!
Does he really just... Does he just bring his gavel around and, like... just play pretend? What's going on? We're at the very beginning, Lila. This is the judge. There was no laughing at the time.
So, London again after all this time. Hard to believe it's been 10 years. Be honest, I never thought I'd be back.
So it was the three of them? It was these two and the murderer?
Neither did I. I didn't imagine Japan would be ever be inviting. I didn't imagine Japan would ever be invited to an international symposium like this. Though really, I doubt anyone did, to be honest. It's all thanks to you, isn't it, Seishiro? What are you talking about, Yujin?
Of course, Judge Ijoku. He must complete the set. Oh, yeah. He's the other man who, 16 years ago, came to London with Kazuma's father and Professor Mikotoba. He's the third visiting scholar.
Well, all those passport checks and luggage searches at the border took rather a lot of time. I must say I'm very envious of your ministerial status. You didn't have to go through any of that, did you?
Kazuma cannot be separated from his katana. Judge Ijoku cannot be separated from his gavel. I love it. Also, just as a note, something I've just noticed. I'm pretty sure that these buttons on his jacket just are the defense lawyer badge. Is that right? Hold on. Phoenix Wright badge. Oh, not quite. It looks very similar, though. Because this is like what I'm thinking of. It's not quite. It's an homage, I guess. Okay, all right. Okay.
I knew you were jealous. Ha ha ha.
Sorry, ministerial status. Hold on one sec. Woo!
Yes, didn't you know? Seishiro here is also Japan's Minister of Foreign Affairs. It was his personal insistence that allowed you to take Kazuma's place here on the study tour. Guilty as charged.
This is so silly. He's like so serious in court and he's like so ridiculous outside of court. Oh, very well, thank you. Well, thank you very much. He's really every bit as important as he looks.
Yes, yes now, Naruhodo. I received a telegram from Lord Strongheart yesterday.
Oh, you did?
It appears that some things came to light in a trial you were involved with 8 days ago. About what happened 10 years ago. That tragedy.
Judge is guilty of being a silly goose. Yes, could you tell us any more about it right here in the hotel lobby? Maybe at the after party. So, how was the voyage here?
Well, 50 days at sea is a long time by anyone's standards. But it wasn't as bad as when we first came 16 years ago.
No, that's true. Then I truly wondered if we wouldn't be drifting in the vast ocean for the rest of our lives.
This time we followed the same route as you, so we were able to relax and enjoy the experience.
Ah, so you stopped in France's beautiful capital, Paris.
God, my voice is not with it. Hold on, I'm sorry. Okay, alright, thank you. Well, we did, yes, though only for one night. And yesterday evening, we left the port of Dunkirk for Dover. Just in time for the symposium, in fact. It starts tomorrow.
It's wonderful that you were invited to attend such an important international event. Certified Silly Guy Syndrome. He got certified. He got a certification. I'm very proud of you, Father.
It's thanks to Seishiro here. 16 years ago, he managed to integrate himself with Britain's Attorney General. I'm sure that's why he was invited. And I suppose you could say I'm something of an appendage by default. Like an appendix. Or like a liver. Maybe like, oh, I could be the lungs. How's that sound? Shut up. Speak for yourself, Eugene. We were close friends with the professor of forensic science at a major hospital. Yes, well, I'd rather not dredge all that up, really. No, it's been a lot of water under the bridge since then, but it doesn't bring him back.
Kazuma's father, I suppose. The professor, the killer who took the lives of 5 members of the British aristocracy, we didn't forget, was actually Kazuma's father, wasn't he?
That's correct. Genshin Asogi.
Genshin? Impact? You knew, I presume, Father.
Yes, he was a close friend at the time. Genshin came to Britain as a police detective. He was studying investigative techniques at Scotland Yard. I've never understood what drove the man to commit such heinous acts.
It was a closed trial, so the public never knew the truth, and he was executed with little ado. To this day, very few people know what really happened, even in our homeland. But what about Kazuma? Did he know? Did he know the truth about his father?
No, of course not. He was told his father passed from sickness. However, I suspected he may have had his doubts.
Oh, why? What do you mean? Tell me!
As you know, I tried to guide Kazuma growing up as if he were my own son. Then one day, he came to my office at the university and said, "Do you have any coffee? I've decided I want to travel to Great Britain and study there. Who turned this fan on? A little breezy, easy breezy in here.
Do you think he wanted to come here to investigate his father's death?
I don't know. Who cares? But when I looked at his eyes, I did know that there was no way I'd be able to stop him.
Something else came to light in that trial the other day, actually.
Oh, what?
Well, having disappeared in Hong Kong and been missing for almost a year, Kazuma has since turned up here in London, working as the apprentice of Lord Van Zeeks.
What? What? That's news to us.
Yeah, I should imagine so. So, Lord Strongheart's telegram neglected to mention that part then. He's alive! They're just kind of like alright with it. As you know, we both thought Kazuma had died on the steamship during our voyage to Great Britain in January. But he didn't die. He's alive! And you knew, didn't you, Father?
In actual fact, no. What I did know is that when your ship docked in Hong Kong, he mysteriously vanished. We sent a team of investigators to Hong Kong to try and ascertain what had happened, but to no avail. But he's still alive and here in London, you say? I never dared even to dream it. Why on earth did the young man not make contact?
Anime lover, hello! Where can you find the Discord? Boo! There you go, baby.
The government and the police have been chasing clues fruitlessly for months now.
Well, it seems that he was suffering from amnesia.
What amnesia?
When we first came across him here in London, he didn't know who either of us were.
I see.
He only regained his memory 8 days ago.
This is unbelievable. Yes, it's quite miraculous. I wonder why Lord Strongheart didn't let us know.
A little sound effect? Was there a sound effect? What did I say? Boop. Boop. Pop. Boop. Boop. Which one of the... Which one of those sound effects was it?
I must speak with him urgently.
I wonder how Kazuma's been these past few days. Would it be wrong of us to go and visit him? No. Obviously not.
That began 16 years ago now. It's a distant memory, really. It was Eugene here, Genshin Asagi, and myself. We were the original three. The first judicial scholars from Japan to travel overseas to study.
So sleepy.
Ocean voyages were not what they are today, I can tell you.
16 years ago, things were tough for their generation.
My father was an exceptionally fine medical student. At Yubei University at the time, you know, young lady.
Me? Yes, grandmother told me. Awkward dinosaur, hello, welcome in. How are you?
He went to do research at a great London hospital to search autopsy, practically unheard of in Japan. Yes, it was an eerie place, sandwiched between the back of the prison and the burial ground.
You're good, hell yeah. Not more talk of graves.
Very often, there's no one willing to deal with bodies following autopsy work. So you see, autopsy labs have something of an unavoidable relationship with graveyards and prisons.
Oh, that's very loud outside. Not my cup of tea at all.
You remember that Scottish prison governor? Caden was his name, he was a good man. Yes, but then of course in our 6th year here, everything changed with that dreadful case. When Genshin was arrested for a series of the most gruesome murders. Simply couldn't believe it. I'd known the man for years. I was a witness at the secret hearing and I tried to speak in his defense, but
you went a little too far and ended up facing charges yourself, didn't you?
Well, suffice to say, after that trial, we were sent back to Japan.
There was nothing more we could do to save Genshin. He was a lost cause, sadly. Did he not do it? Interesting. Well, if you'll excuse us now.
Yes, I'd like to get this trunk up to my room as soon as possible.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I shouldn't have held you up here for so long. I'll call for the porter then. Just wait here. Sato-san's gone off at a run.
I'd like to stay and talk more, but I do have various preparations to make for tomorrow.
Yes, of course. It must be a big responsibility representing our entire country. I wish you the best of luck. Go get him. Do it.
Naruhodo, I hope you'll keep an eye on Sasato for me. Keep looking after her as you obviously have been.
Oh no, I mean, if anyone's looking after anyone, it's her looking after me.
Well, I do appreciate you being there for her, after all. I've been a miserable father to her. I've thoroughly let her down.
Sorry, what do you mean?
I literally wasn't there for the first chunk of her life. What do you mean? Well, it was 16 years ago that I started my long study tour here in Britain, as you know. The very year Sasato was born.
Yes, I heard.
Birth of my daughter was the most joyous event of my life, but... well, sadly, it was accompanied by the most tragic event of my life, too.
Oh, yes, Sasato-san hinted at something like that. It was a rather turbulent time at home. You joined the Discord? Hell yeah!
Anyway, I won't bore you with the boring details of our family dilemmas. The point is, I became rather less dependable than befits a grown man. And it was then that Seishiro... oh my god. I don't know, I don't know why this guy's name throws me for a loop. Shishiro offered me the opportunity to study here in Great Britain. I was too worried about you to leave you behind. Perhaps I was a little heavy-handed when it came to persuading you to accompany me to London. So, that's what happened in a nutshell. That's also the reason why I now feel compelled to give my daughter as many opportunities as I dare. And I dare, though the world doesn't readily afford young women such things, I must say.
I forgot if I'm part of the Discord. Hey, if you're not sure.
Check it out, baby.
I completely understand, Professor. You're a terrible man. I get it. You can shut up about it now.
One more thing, Naruhodo. If I may be so bold, I have a favor to ask you.
Oh, what? Tell me. Sure.
Well, the thing is,
Whoa! It's Beppo! And he's got a camera. I think that's Beppo. No, that's not Beppo. That's the other guy. I'm so sorry that took so long. Mrs. Sato. Now then, allow us to take your bags.
Allow me to take your bags.
One more. Ah! How dare. How could you? We streamed Resident Evil. Crimson, hello. I think I beat 7. I didn't beat 8 on stream.
One moment, if you please, Porter.
Ah! I can do that.
Of course, sir. I will just drink my flask here. That machine around your neck, it's a camera, I believe. Quite right, sir. Just 5 shillings for a lovely photograph to commemorate a wonderful stay at the hotel, sir. Well, I think given the occasion, we could justify the expense. Ah, yeah, yes, of course.
How nice. Who's the main character? I don't remember his name. If this is probably the setup for a joke, but I don't remember his name. I'm sorry. It's Beppo's boss. I don't remember the maybe we never got the boss's name. Yeah, Beppo was the other guy. I'm surprised I remember his name, but his name was Beppo, so you know. I love seeing a giant water jug. Boom. Well, I'm supposed to be able to hell yeah, anime lover, thank you. I'm supposed to be able to change the sound effects per what item is being thrown, but when I was doing that, maybe it's fixed now, but when I was doing it, the app doesn't it like didn't have that functionality in that build for whatever reason. And I haven't downloaded a new version. Ethan D's nuts. Ethan D's nuts. Ethan D's nuts? Did like Eaton? Like eating? Great Crimson. You gotta hit me with a little more heat than that. I'll allow it, but that's a stretch, baby. Hell yeah. Okay. I'd like to thank you for coming with me, Mr. Naruhodo. Truly made my father very happy, I think. Oh, well, I'm pleased then. But we were interrupted before. Professor Mikotobo was about to ask me something. Should we return to Baker Street then? Oh, I expect Iris will have some delicious tea waiting for us. Yes, let's go. I do love tea. I love free tea. Getting more and more anxious about Kazuma, though. Perhaps I'll try and meet with Lord Strongheart later and ask after him. Ooh, baby, baby. Let's go to Sholmes' suite. Free tea.
We don't gotta pay for it.
Iris made. Whoa! It's the mask! I think I read that right. What was that? A man screaming in a most unflattering way. Do you think? Could that have been Mr. Sholmes? Oh my, I do hope not. Oh boy. I don't do it anymore. Oh, they're French. Mon ami, mon ami.
Stop this disgraceful display, ah.
Who are these people? Sholmes' flat is so messy. You guys said that wasn't a good one? Like, you gotta listen, you've said some good ones. That's a scream. It was certainly something. I think they must be clients of Mr. Sholmes. Oh, it's her. Right, you two, you're coming with me now. Down to the clink. No, not in prison. It is dark and damp, and I don't like it. I guess she's like Italian. Both the darkness, it is my friend. I am not scared. But you're always scared of the dark.
Shut your mouth, you idiot. I will sit quietly in the dark and plan our next daring heist.
Oh, they're criminals. I don't like it. I don't like it. Well, tough. We'll finish this down in the yard. Now get moving. Bye then, Jedi. Have fun. There's a lot going on. A hug for me. Hell yeah. Yeah, that's Ronald McDonald. Oh yeah, thanks, Iris, and thanks, the great detective. I cannot imagine one sound effect I would utter less if this really happened to me than hee hee. Gina makes a fine detective herself, doesn't she? Seven, right out! Hello, Iris, we're home. Thank you. Well, did you find your daddy? Yes, we arrived at the hotel just before he and his friend. Can I recommend games? There's like a game server. A game's channel, I mean. Oh, well, that's great news. I hope we'll see my daddy again soon. Ah, yes, of course. Dr. John Ace Wilson, he's dead as hell. So, Iris, all that remains now is the greatest of problems known to man. Oh! Ah! But before we concern ourselves with that, I believe some tea is in order, don't you, my dear fellows? Oh, I don't like this at all. Is something wrong, Mr. Naruto? Do I have a crumb or such like on my face? Not so much on your face as on your head, I'd say. Come along then, everyone. I brewed a lovely special blend. Time for tea. Whatever's going on here today. In that case, let us sit and drink now. For I am, in fact, expecting a guest later today. Is it the real Ronald McDonald? Mr. Sholmes, who are those two gentlemen that were here before? Oh, they were both gentlemen, okay. Oh, just a pair of petty criminals, nothing of significance. Of course, they have to make a living somehow. And when the mood takes me, I'm willing to turn a blind eye to all manner of infractions. When the mood takes you? All manner of infractions? But when such fellows set their sights on Herlock Sholmes, well, that's when their luck runs out. Oh my, you were the target of a crime, Mr. Sholmes. Why, hello, welcome. Good to see you. Whoa! Star with the gift sub. Thank you. The soup. Soup. You are the first September subscriber, but this is also my first stream of the month. Is that correct? Yes. Hell yeah! But I quickly devised a plan. Thank you, Star. I quickly devised a plan to entrap them and deliver them into our young detective ally. They should have asked Greggsy to come too. They could have had a resting tea party. Whoa! Star! Another one! Another one bites the dust. 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 I don't know what's gotten into me. I did send word, but no answer was forthcoming. The man is consummately in the wrong place at the wrong time. There's a word for it, I'm sure. Coffee silly boy. Mothball. Now I have it, a bungler. That's the word. It's a good job he's not here to hear you say that. But those redheads had been up to no good. We saw redheads in the beginning, also. Actually, now that I think about it, I wonder what the men did. I hope he's not red-haired this whole case. What if anyone scientifically looked into why the Vine meme is so funny? It's just like it adds drama to where there is none. Or I add drama to where there is many. What was that about the greatest of problems known to man that you had mentioned before? Is it another fiendishly intricate case, Mr. Sholmes? How should I best explain it? That is model giving us a side eye. It doesn't really work. Are you aware of the theory of evolution by natural selection, perchance? Well, I think I've heard talk of it somewhere, possibly. It's a revolutionary scientific theory that was newly proposed 40 years ago now. According to its author, Mr. Darwin, we humans were once apes who lived in the treetops. Reishi with the raid! Oh my goodness! Welcome, Raiders! My name is Comfy Catboy, and you've just stepped into the Comfy Zone. Is that what we're calling? Is that real? Is that what we're calling it, guys? We're gonna work on the name. I read all the funny voices, and I like. We're at the very beginning of a new case here, so if you're just joining us, we're learning about the theory of evolution, I guess, right now. How is your stream? What did you play? It said, but it went by so quickly. My name is Comfy Catboy, and you're watching the Disney Channel. Burn out. Wait, can I make I have no control over my hands. I can't make a thing. Final Fantasy 14. Had to get some stuff done. I love Final Fantasy. I gotta head off because I gotta get some fitness games. Yeah, go do it. Heck yeah, thank you so much. Have a lovely day, Reishi. Boop, 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 boop. I played a little bit of, I played for like a month of Final Fantasy 14. And all I wanted to do was grind out the jobs. Once I got access to the jobs, that's all I wanted to do. Hey, thank you, Anime Lover. I appreciate that. All right, here we go. We're going to read this, babies. Oh, and if you are new here, everybody, also, one last thing. I would love to ask you all a few questions. I want to know if you would like to introduce yourself, your favorite food, your favorite cute thing, and your pronouns. And if you're wondering, hey, Comfy Catboy, what are your pronouns? Well... Here it comes. Crimson!
According to its author, Mr. Darwin, we humans were once apes who lived in the treetops.
Wait, what? We were apes?
Indeed, and from the very moment those apes descended from the canopy to live as humans, it has been our lot to be at the mercy of the greatest problem known to man.
Our lot? What is this great problem, Mr. Sholmes?
Why, is it not obvious, my dear madam, the problem of rent?
No, Sholmes. That's the problem of capitalism. For real, though. Get that Red Bull. I have green tea. That's a color and a drink.
But did you not receive a rather large sum of money from Madame Tussbells only the other day?
Pshaw, large sum. One potted herb for Iris and a new motor car for me later, and all of it has quite disappeared, I assure you. He bought a car? Sholmes! Honestly, Harley, you know you squandered it. Yes, well, anyway, 2 days ago, why not blue tea? I would drink it. I discovered the answer to man's greatest problem, for the coming month at least.
And what was the answer?
Why, there is a substantial clue before your very eyes.
Don't tell me. Let me see.
Humans are sorry creatures, unable to see what is in front of their noses. Let me give you some assistance. Don't look, but observe me very closely. Is it just the hair? There is one... There is one particular feature about my person that has changed. You should notice it in the end, I think.
In the end?
It's been stabbing me in both eyes right from the very beginning of our conversation.
I think we might need another clue before we can uncover the full answer, Mr. Naruto.
Thanks for the hint. I'll be tearing my hair out if this charade goes on much longer. Sholmes and that. Please help my budget. My family needs to eat. Stop buying expensive vehicles. No.
The lie you told.
Mr. Sholmes, isn't it about time you told us the truth? Just over a week ago, you said to us...
I will now tell you something of the first importance, my dear fellow. Great detectives are wont to lie. It will serve you well to remember that.
Bizarra B! Boo, 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 boo! It's good to see you, Bizarra! Hello, hello, hello! What happened to his hair? We don't know yet. That case aboard the SS Buria in January. Ozma wasn't killed, and you knew he wasn't dead at the time. So what was really going on? How are you, B?
The fellow was unconscious for a very long time. If he hadn't regained consciousness when he did, his life would have been in mortal peril. Of course, a side effect of the prolonged comatose state was amnesia, as you now know. It was a simple enough task to silence the crew, but how? After they'd carried him out of the cabin, I assembled them in the lobby area. And I made them swear to leave him unconscious and have him unlaid from the ship in Hong Kong as a murdered corpse.
You're good? Hell yeah. I'm so glad to hear that. Excuse my burpalage.
Oh, how horrible.
It was necessary to find some material with which to persuade the crewmen to keep their word, of course.
But why? Why do it in the first place?
I will be at liberty to elaborate in due course. But for the time being, I would like to reassure you. I didn't foresee subsequent events. What events? His disappearance in Hong Kong.
Oh!
I believe I may have made a gross error of judgment.
Mr. Sholmes? Do I need to... Well, okay.
I need another clue. Oh, it's the mask. Maybe. I have played Subnautica. I've streamed it a couple years ago, I'd say. And I feel like the game glitched on me because it stopped giving me, destinations. And I didn't know what I was supposed to be doing, so I stopped playing it. Which is unfortunate because it was fun and I liked it. I love survival games like that. God, I've played so much Grounded. Are you kidding me? Forget about it. Grounded is hard as hell. And we were just playing on normal. I started a save of Grounded on the hardest difficulty just to play by myself, and oh my god, I didn't get very far at all. That would be a fun. If I ever felt like doing it, I might want to stream that, but ooh-wee baby, I don't know. It's hard. I should think about that though. Ark, I played a little bit of Ark, but its multiplayer left a lot to be desired for me, so I didn't really like it that much. The mask Cosmo wore when he was assigned to Lord Van Zeeks as his apprentice. When he cast it aside after the trial the other day, I just sort of picked it up.
We ought to give it back to him, I suppose.
But he has his memory back now, doesn't he? And I can't help feeling he might turn around and tell me coldly to wear it myself.
But isn't he your best friend?
Technically, yes, Sasato, yes. What is that? Finally managed to remember this behemoth's name. The Great Analytoscope. Analytoscope.
I don't think it was there when I left for Japan, was it?
You graduated high school? Hell yeah. Oh, is that right?
Yes, because it was with the pawnbroker.
Of course.
Oh, that's given me a wonderful idea. I could pawn everything that's on your desk. The office would be tidy at last.
Don't even joke about it, Mrs. Sato. You are joking, aren't you? I don't see any, like, hair dye or like, anything. I don't know what the clue. I think I need to like look at something and then he'll have more dialogue for us. Because I don't think we're done talking with him. There's all sorts on these shelves. Chemistry apparatus, books, papers, and lots of things I've never seen before. It's all heaped up so high I can't help feeling that the whole lot is going to topple at any moment.
Looks as though it might topple, and yet it doesn't! The epitome of Mr. Sholmes' brilliance.
I don't get it. As it happens, I'm quite well practiced when it comes to stacking shelves myself. Just the other day, the shelf in my office finally gave way under the strain, though.
It looks as though it might topple, and it does! Yes, the epitome of your disarray!
I really don't get it. Alright, what if, can I look farther? Oh, I forgot about her little area over here. That's so cute. Yeah, I don't know. If I've remembered correctly, this large and imposing lump of iron is called a typewriter.
To think that every single one of the adventures of Herlock Sholmes blossomed from this very machine! Ah, it's such a dreamy thought.
I actually had a go on it the other day. The metal bars that move when you hit the keys got all tangled up somehow, and that made Iris angry.
Mr. Naruhodo, you're ruining my dreamy thoughts! Please don't do that again!
Now it makes Sato-san angry as well. Alright. Alright. Is that a hound of Baskerville, or is it a unicorn? Who will ever be sure? I mean... I don't know. Herlock Sholmes! That's his name. Iris's pretty little tea set is set out beautifully as ever. Look.
Well, it's only by carefully taking care of the tea set that you can make good tea.
Is that a roundabout way of telling me I need to tidy my desk?
Oh, Mr. Naruhodo, you do overthink things at times.
He do be an overthinky boy. Is there hair dye up here?
That's Iris's wonderful collection of medicines, potions, and chemicals! Just look at all the little bottles she squeezed onto the shelves.
Yes, and there are charming little ribbons tied around the bottles, too. But the labels aren't quite so charming, are they? This one here reads deadly poison.
Oh, I've been so excited about the idea of helping Iris with her experiments, you know.
Just try to avoid any bottles labeled deadly poison or highly explosive.
Yes, Mr. Sholmes' curious collection of trinkets from the various mysteries he solved.
One of my favorite parts of the room, full of items with such exciting tales to tell. And I do believe he's added to it once since I last looked. Now there's a mysterious
Pince-nez?
mysterious little box, a mysterious horseshoe, mysterious biscuit.
I think that last one might just be one of Iris's unfinished snacks. A biscuit? I want a biscuit. Sounds bussin', biscuit bussin'. Is it in the paper? Maybe it's just this paper, and I've been foolish. There we go.
This looks like last week's edition.
What's that article circled in red ink there?
An advertisement column. It says, the Red-Headed League.
The Red-Headed League? What's that? And the four of them make a fun little weird crime-solving family. It's very cute. I could watch 1,000,000 episodes of these guys. But they won't make any more, probably. I'm sure this game just ends and very succinctly.
I don't know. I've never heard the name before, but...
Is there something on my face? Clearly this has something to do with that lively hair. Oh. Yeah. I just want you to know that you have red hair, and I noticed. Looks as though someone circled an advertisement in this paper, Mr. Sholmes. To the Red-Headed League? Does that strike you in some way? I was thinking that just maybe it might be related to your bright red hair. So, at last you've learned to apply my methods, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry? In the first instance, and quite indispensable, observation. Believe me, I could have seen that hair with my eyes shut. So then, allow me to regale you with the details of my latest exploits. Regale or boast? The Red-Headed League. He's so absurd with his bright hair. So, what the Red-Headed League... what is the Red-Headed League, which seems to be the subject of the advertisement you circled? You noticed it in the paper, then? That, my dear fellow, is going to be the source of this month's rent payment. It was? How? According to the advertisement, the Red-Headed League is a distinguished institution of fellows of unspecified governance. In fact, the only condition for becoming a member is having red hair. That doesn't entirely surprise me. But listen to what the lucky redheads receive once they join. An unconditional salary of £4 a week.
Oh my, £4 a week?
But why? Why are they paying people for? That I don't know. No details are given in the advertisement.
But surely every red-headed person in the country would be flocking to join in that case.
You're right, Suzy. There's no time to lose. I'll put in my application at once.
So will I, just on the off chance.
That might be stretching a point, I think. The trouble is, they have a fixed number of members, you say. Oh, I see. So once a certain number of people have joined, no one else can. Regale just sort of means I'm going to tell you a story. But as luck would have it, one member recently passed away! How lucky.
It wasn't particularly lucky for the redhead in question, I feel, Mr. Sholmes.
So you decided to try and join in his place? Correct, I mean, look at me! Have you ever seen such a red-headed fellow? No. So why? Why did it have to go so wrong? What on earth happened? A blunder, Mr. Naruhodo, though it pains me to admit it. Your blunder!
What did you actually do to your hair, Mr. Sholmes?
I'm glad you asked, Mr. Sato. What do you see atop my head is neither dyed nor a hairpiece. I changed the color of my hair overnight. By the wonders of chemistry. Chemistry? I was conducting some research into a method of rejuvenating spent tea leaves. And in the course of my work, I stumbled upon a potion that, when taken, turns one's hair a flame-like red. Would you like to try it? It will make every hair on your body perfectly crimson. I think I'll pass. Gulp.
Mr. Sholmes, is it quite safe to drink? Surely it's bad for you, isn't it?
Ha ha ha! Amateurs are always hampered by such fears. Hold on. My nose is so stuffy, I'm sorry.
Okay, hello. It is I. I'm back. Here we go.
Oh, I should have never doubted you, Mr. Sholmes. Do you mean to say?
But of course! To earn £4 a week, one must be prepared to turn a blind eye to a little danger. Could have just eaten a ton of carrots. That'll turn your skin green, your skin orange. A degree of red signals more than just a little danger, certainly. So anyway, Hurley left full of confidence yesterday. Well, there's no red hat. For the park on Lime Street where the Red-Headed League were interviewing prospective new members. So what went wrong? The whole park was choked with red-headed folk like a coaster's orange barrow. What? I queued for 8 hours solid before at last I reached the front. But when the panel of interviewers saw me, they immediately said, "Ah, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, are you in disguise to conduct an investigation?" No. They caught him immediately. So naturally, I had no choice but to reply, "Shh, don't give me away." After which, I could do little else but turn and leave. Then this morning, when I looked in the mirror, irritation stirred within me. So I turned that pair into the police. Welcome back, Lila. Oh dear, what a disaster for Hurley and those two red hats. They didn't do anything wrong?
Mr. Sholmes, you mentioned before that you were expecting a guest today?
Indeed, Mr. Sato, that is correct. Not another one of those red-headed gentlemen that were here before. Not at all, they were petty villains. The guest I am expecting is a client. Oh? A young gentlewoman who wishes to appoint the services of this great detective, no less.
Oh, how wonderful, Mr. Sholmes.
You must stay and observe the fashion in which a great detective receives his customers. Must we? I have you in my clutches now, Rent, just as I have you in my clutches, Rezhead. Ha 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 ha! He's very, very full of himself, yeah.
That hearty laugh is masking rather sinister thoughts, I feel.
You know, the lady hasn't due for another hour yet. Don't feel as though you must wait around if you have other things to do. Okay, bye. I don't know. Did I talk to the Lord Chief Justice? Wow, he's even taller than Van Zeeks? Wow. Here's the final draft of the opening address for tomorrow's proceedings. I've supplemented with your original with the figures you asked for from the yard. I see. Excellent work. Thank you. You're welcome, my lord. What's Lord Van Zeeks doing here?
My, there seems to be an awful lot of tension in the air, wouldn't you say?
This place is stifling enough as it is. Really don't need any more attention. My apologies. I didn't notice you come in. Your small stature and dark dress make you all but invisible to me. Oh no, it's entirely my fault for wearing black, I'm sure. Yeah, I think the thing you sent to the P.O. box arrived yesterday or today, so I'm gonna check today. Hell yeah. Very excited. I saw it, because I have a, it gets sent to my email. So it'll show me like, oh, you have stuff coming in. And I'm like, ooh, baby. I have everybody, just as a reminder. I have a P.O. box. I probably will cut this down and not do the Amazon wishlist any longer. But I have a P.O. box, which is at the bottom there, and the throne at the top. And additionally, hire me if you're a content creator. I offer lots of fun video editing and adjacent services. You should check it out. Anyways,
from now on, you must dress in white from head to toe wherever you come here.
Now then, Mr. Naruhodo.
Yes, my lord. I'm right here. Kill me now.
Is something wrong? Perhaps it's a little too hot in here for you.
Oh, no, not at all. I mean, I've never experienced a room with such a perfect temperature.
If you're sure, the beads of sweat carving their way down your face seem to suggest otherwise. Because of the daggers you're staring at me with, mainly. As you're no doubt aware, my International Forensic Science Symposium begins tomorrow. In fact, your father arrived in London earlier today, I hear, madam.
Oh, yes, that's right, my lord. He's extremely honored to have been invited.
I'll leave the remaining preparations for the meeting room in your capable hands then, Lord Van Ziegs.
Galaxy, hello!
I will attend at once. I'm a vampire, do not forget. Bye-bye.
YouTube, hey, thank you. That's my YouTube channel. The leg man without the wine. Caviar, hello!
He gave you a very cold stare as he left, didn't he?
I know, but I haven't done anything, have I?
These past few days, my feet have barely touched the ground, I must say. My dedicated right hand of many years was recently put out of action in spectacular fashion.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Is your left hand still of service? Hydrate, you got it.
Mr. Naruto! He's talking about Dr. Scythe!
Ah, of course. I'm terribly sorry about that. I was just,
Fear not, you've done nothing wrong. Dr. Scythe's own wrongdoing precipitated the situation. You needn't concern yourself with it any further.
That would be a lot easier to do if it weren't for the piercing stare you're giving me. Thank you, Galaxy.
Lord Van Ziegs is doing an admirable job of holding the fort. Though disturbingly, his apprentice has been missing since yesterday.
Oh, missing. Did you know that it is correct grammar to say hold the fort and not hold down the fort? You don't hold down the fort. You hold the fort. There you go. You just all learned something.
Let's become a Kazuma-sama now.
Let's talk to you about science. Whoever says hold down the fort. Lots and lots and lots of people. Holding your cupped hands. The fort? Yeah. I don't want to hold up the fort. Hold left the fort.
Not long ago, visitor numbers to the Great Exhibition exceeded 30 million.
30 million? Are there even that many people in the world? Yeah. I got bad news.
As a comparison, Mr. Naruto, the population of the imperial capital Tokyo is 2 million.
I will be opening the International Forensic Science Symposium in the exhibition's main auditorium.
Whoa, what is that?
This event has been 2 years in the making, 2 years of preparations and negotiations with other countries.
Sounds like a tremendous achievement. Congratulations.
The 20th century will see the wholesale adoption of forensic investigation techniques. And cooperation between policing organizations around the globe will be essential.
Yeah, it's like a what is that called? A cat of nine tails? What is that called? Double mace? It's a mace, but it's got like a specific name because it's got the mace head and it's like a chain mace. I think it's just like I don't know, it's something like that. I'm not sure.
Which is why this landmark first symposium had to be hosted here at the heart of our great British Empire.
Morning, there you go. Yeah. Thank you.
In order that Scotland Yard can become the leading investigative organization in the New World.
He's the same as ever, I see. That passion of his is quite something.
You're every bit as passionate in your own way, I'm sure, Mr. Naruto.
I'm the only person in this country who truly cares about the future that embraces forensic science. It was my intention to become Her Majesty's Attorney General and reform the Yard from the ground up. So the disgrace of the forensic investigation team has been a bitter blow to my ambitions.
Tell me about the team.
I first established the forensic investigation team a year ago, experimentally to start with. With Dr. Scythe at the helm, it was steadily accruing an impressive record of achievement. I was on the verge of changing its name and elevating its status to a full-blown forensic investigation department.
And can you not do that now?
Obviously, nobody wants to hear anything about it at the moment. Even I can't keep this story out of the papers. 6 million Londoners will be cursing forensic science now. This incident will set back our country's advancement in the field by a good 10 years, I'd say.
Unintended repercussions of our trial. Yeah.
We simply couldn't have overlooked what had happened, though.
Of course not. We should be grateful to you both. Anyway, I'll still reform this country's policing when I become Attorney General. This might delay my plans, but it won't alter them. Nothing will stand in my way.
The missing apprentice. Ooh. About Lord Van Zeke's apprentice.
Yes, that came as a surprise to me, I must say, that you and he are old friends.
How did he become an apprentice to Lord Van Zeke's in the first place?
Came about 3 months ago. An unidentified Asian man was apprehended by border police. They found him hiding aboard a large goods vessel.
Oh my! So he stowed away to get here!
He had no papers to identify him, no passport, and he was suffering from amnesia, too. Other than the fact he was clearly of Eastern descent, there were no clues as to who he was. So I decided to assign him to Lord Van Zeke's, that way I could keep an eye on him.
But then, why the mask?
I didn't want to burden Lord Van Zeke's with tiresome explanations of why he had an Eastern apprentice.
Because it would be so much easier to explain why he was wearing a mask.
He's proving to be a great help to Lord Van Zeke's. I have high hopes for his future.
By the way, do you know where he's gone?
No idea, but I believe he's left London for the time being.
Oh!
Oh! I take it you also didn't know. But the man's father was one of our country's most infamous criminals, I mean.
Genshin Asagi. So it is Asogi. I keep calling him Asagi. Oops. What we learned from that trial 8 days ago was a huge shock. Finding out my friend's father was...
Ah, yes, Genshin Asogi. The Professor case 10 years ago also caused a great stir here in Britain.
They were such awful murders and unprecedented, using a ferocious dog as a murder weapon.
Bacon of Canada, hello, welcome. I don't know. You can do follow age. Exclamation follow age.
And no one would have believed the culprit was a foreign student invited to study here by the government.
A year and a half ago, Bacon of Canada, welcome. I had a different model back then. How are you?
Welcome, welcome. So the true identity of a killer couldn't be made public then and can't be made public now. Nobody in your country knows it was him, and neither do the citizens of London.
How are you?
Canadian Bacon.
The main motivation was to avoid aggravating relations between our two nations at the time, I understand.
Correct, however... It has to be noted that there were some supporters of the Professor's apparent cause.
A year and 3 months, Lila, hell yeah! What? Supporters of a mass murderer?
The majority of the man's victims were a blight on the aristocracy of the day. Somewhat ironically, their deaths actually benefited society as a whole.
Yeah, that's based. That's based. What was my old model? I don't really know how to show you. Actually, you could check out the main YouTube channel. It was a V-Roid model.
A fair few thinkers in London believed, anyway.
Right. I see. It was still murder, wasn't it?
It seems very similar, doesn't it? To the idea of the Reaper of the Bailey.
Oh, I see. Maybe it wasn't him. Am I supposed to... Now what? Maybe play Minecraft? That makes sense. I used to play Minecraft almost exclusively for a large chunk of time. Ow! And now I just do whatever I want. Which is mostly visual novels. Around this time of day, Wednesdays and Thursdays usually. Can I show you this Sword Song Heart?
No. I don't have the time.
Ow! Queen Soda, hello! Welcome, welcome! How are you? Oi, oi, oi. Okay, so, no. So, I don't know, maybe I need to go back to Sholmes' area? Okay. Maybe... Yeah, okay. Ding-a-ling-a-ling!
Aha! Here's my guest now, my latest client, with money to spend.
I do hope it's an exciting case.
Remember, Iris, we are at present gripped by the greatest problem known to man. I must be willing to accept any case, no matter how unstimulating, save locating a runaway, of course.
I don't think I had a what yet? Don't spare anyone's feelings, will you? I have 300 on the dot. Oh, affiliate? Oh. I had affiliate a year and a half ago, certainly. Oh dear, I'm afraid that Harley can lack a little tact, especially just before renters do. Why does this game look realistic? They're breaking Newton's force or something. It's beautiful. I love it. It's excelente, baby. Whack. Oh, it's her!
Mr. Sholmes, no, Mr. Herlock Sholmes, please, oh please. Please find my husband, he's run away.
She was the juror in the last case. Run away. To upset me?
Beg your pardon?
Never mind, a personal matter, my apologies.
Sends with birthday cake. Ba 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 ba. He drank a potion.
What exactly are you trying to say, Mr. Naruhodo?
I didn't say a word.
Come, my dear madam, be seated. Iris some tea, if you please.
Of course.
What's the matter, Mrs. Sato? Oh, it's just that gentlewoman. Feel sure we've seen her somewhere before, very recently.
Yes, now that you come to mention it. Well, it's been 8 days, y'all. Come on. Her design struck me as a little bit intricate, but not intricate enough to be another character, like, in this game.
As I explained earlier, my name is Evie Vigil.
Is that... Evie Vigil? Vigil Evie? Vigilante? That time I was being dramatic. Get my hair dye blue. Yo! Hell yeah, that's exciting.
I implore you to take the case, sir. Money is no object. Simply name your figure.
Money and wealth are of little consequence to me, madam. Being offered a case to solve is reward enough.
Oh, Mr. Sholmes, you are the picture of benevolence.
I will, of course, make a mental note of your offer, however, for contingent reasons. I trust you will remember your words also.
If I might inquire, sir. This gentleman and the lady would be... Oh, me?
You have to remember us. Eevee is in the Pokemon. I'll get the pun in a sec. Okay.
What I am about to tell you, I would like to communicate in the strictest confidence, you understand.
Ah, these are my friends. I assure you, you may say before this pair anything which you may say to me.
Ah, I see.
I can vouch for the gentleman personally, after all. He's hard of hearing.
Why did I ever get my hopes up? Forgive me for asking, Miss Vigil, but have we met somewhere before? Quite recently, perhaps?
Oh, my.
Pshaw, my dear fellow, what is your intention? Clearly you have no ability to differentiate the facial features of the English. If you wish to invite the lady to tea, you must do so in a more gentlemanly fashion.
Is it possible that you're the nice young lawyer from the trial I attended last week?
Ah, I knew I recognized her.
It's got to be way better, way easier for her to recognize, like a foreigner. You know what I mean?
Oh, to have man's fate in the palm of one's hands. Oh gosh, oh golly, it sends shivers down my spine.
I didn't quite recognize her because she's acting so differently now.
It must be very difficult for you as a lawyer, being hard of hearing, I mean.
Pardon? Oh dear, I'm so sorry. Don't worry if you can't hear. It was frippery, really. Nothing more. Now that you've started, Mr. Sholmes, thank you very much.
I believe it would be prudent for you to sit quietly in the corner.
Yes. Nah. I'm asking questions.
Tell us about your husband, madam.
Mr. Vigil, my daily
vigil? Come on. Come on.
is 40 years of age.
Whoa!
I have a photograph here.
He's gorgeous. He does not look like a 40-year-old.
An entirely unremarkable gentleman, by appearance at least. How long have you been married?
Hell yeah, Gossamer.
It will be 15 years this year. We have a cordial relationship, and my husband's income is more than adequate, so we live quite comfortably.
As it would appear. I need only look at you to know these things.
Oh, gosh.
Your dress is the latest style, your hat clearly regularly groomed, and your eyes are animated. He's a cool-looking guy. I like him a lot, the other guy. In short, you have no inkling as to why your husband might have disappeared, correct?
That's right. He's a kind man with a strong sense of loyalty, and he rather dotes on me.
Which would point to the possibility that he has become embroiled in some incident or another.
Oh, that is exactly what I fear must have happened, Mr. Sholmes. I'm quite beside myself. My husband's employment is somewhat unusual, you see. What if he's incurred some miscreant's ill will?
What exactly is your husband's line of work?
He's a warder at the prison.
A guard? That is somewhat unusual.
Prison warder.
So, your husband is a prison warder.
That's right, yes. Well, in actual fact, he's the chief warder.
Indeed. Well, I see. Well, chief prison warder certainly qualifies as something of a specialist occupation.
Yes, it does indeed. My poor husband must prepare those dreadful punishments and see that they're carried out.
Dreadful punishments? Does she mean capital punishments?
And at such times, he must occasionally spend a night or two in the prison dormitory. For that extra responsibility, he is remunerated.
That is a word I've just never... I've only read it in this game.
More handsomely than the other warders. Of course, we make no mention of my husband's work to the neighbors.
Yes, I believe your prudence is justified. Tell me, at what prison is your husband engaged? Is it the one that the other one?
Barclay Prison, Mr. Sholmes.
Really? Barclay? Oh, a fine establishment. If I'm not mistaken, there is a large cemetery just behind it.
Yes, that's correct.
Lowgate. Yeah, that's the one. Lowgate Cemetery. No. Lowgate Cemetery, the very place we were just discussing in court. It's probably just a coincidence. G-Baba, hello! It's Wednesday! Happy Wednesday, bruv! The day off messed me up, too. We forgot to take the garbage out to the corner, and I am embarrassed about it. Hello, welcome!
That's unbelievable.
Unbelievable? I think that's spelled wrong. Yeah, UNBELIEVEABLE, right? Right? Is that right? There's so many typos in the second game. No, that's not a typo. That just looked wrong to me. Okay, never mind. There are typos in this game, but that's not one of them. Hell yeah! Okay. Muppet.
Hello. Sorry, Mr. Sholmes, I'm afraid you've lost me.
Ah, pay no heed, madam, pay no heed. A private matter. What did he say?
This can't really be a coincidence, can it?
And yet undeniable. Oh. Being sick in the days. Are you sick? Oh no! I'm sorry to hear that. Your husband's disappearance. So, to the matter of your husband's disappearance. When did you realize he was missing?
Please try not to laugh. It was yesterday.
I'm sorry, yesterday? It really is recent, laughably so.
The truth is, my husband does at times have occasion to spend the night away for his work. Not at all out of the ordinary for him not to return home at night, but this is different. For him to not make any contact for a whole day, that has certainly never happened before. Oh, my dear Daly, whatever can have happened?
My dear Mrs. Vigil, please calm yourself. Now then, have you contacted the police?
Why, naturally, but sadly. They refused to listen to my pleas as my husband has only been missing for one day. I was asked to wait patiently at home.
In truth, Mrs. Vigil, I concur with the police. However, let us not be hasty. I see no reason why we should not engage my deductive powers to track your husband down anyway.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Sholmes.
And furthermore, let me assure you, the chance to solve the greatest problem known to man for another month has no bearing on my decision. I seek only to put a sweet smile on another Londoner's face. That's really all there is to it.
You have my eternal gratitude. I shall pay any sum you care to mention.
You seek only to put this suite's rent in your landlady's purse. That's all there is to it. But
Getting over being sick, almost better. Hell yeah, I'm sorry that you got sick, though. Oh my goodness.
thank you for everything you have shared with us, Mrs. Vigil. I believe I have all the information I need to begin my investigation.
Oh, please report to me as soon with good news, sir.
Fear not, madam. In a day or two, I shall be contacting you with a heartening report, I'm quite sure.
So soon? Oh, how splendid, Mr. Sholmes.
Good news should be delivered early, I always say. If you would be so kind as to leave the photograph of your husband in my possession.
We have the photograph.
Thank you. Now allow me to show you the door. Get the hell out of here.
I can't thank you enough, Mr. Sholmes. You've simply been marvelous.
You know, I think every time, Harley. But how do you come out with such nonsense? Good news in a day or two, are you sure? I can't be sure, of course, but then I didn't swear on it. I merely gave the good woman some hope. I hope to be able to give her good news, one might say. After all, the rent must be paid by the end of the day tomorrow. If by that time I've successfully located Mr. Vigil, we shall be mutually relieved. Wouldn't you agree, Mr. Naruhodo? Don't look at me with those pleading eyes. Ah!
Silver the Catboy, hello. Ow.
Well, my dear fellow, did you hear the details of the case?
Yes, my hearing is surprisingly good, actually.
Excellent! And what did you make of it?
Well, I was surprised to learn where her husband worked, at Barclay Prison, I mean.
Ah, so you noted that.
Of course, especially with the mention of Lowgate Cemetery.
You should be vigilant looking for the man. I gave him too many voices. Lowgate Cemetery is at the rear of Barclay Prison. So it was renowned among us students at the university for being haunted by the ghost of condemned convicts.
Barclay Prison is where the notorious man was incarcerated.
The professor.
And now a warder from the prison has mysteriously disappeared, it would seem.
Oh, very peculiar.
Indeed. But nothing you can't handle, I'm quite certain, Mr. Naruhodo. Sorry? Run along to the prison and see what you can glean, would you? It's the prison governor you want. No doubt the man is equally worried.
But aren't you gonna go yourself?
Surely you needn't ask. I can't possibly be seen out with this hair.
Come on. Come on. You do the stream. What's your favorite hair color? Icy Soul's lying. This guy. But didn't you go to Lime Street with that hair?
That was a quite different matter. So I leave it in your capable hands. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm rather busy.
Of course you are. Alright, we'll do your detective work. Blue? That's a good answer. Alright, prison governor's office. I have blue hair, technically. Barclay Prison is on the outskirts of London, backing into a lonely burial ground. Its 4 high outer walls loomed quietly before us in the fog. Ow! Having requested a meeting, we were shown to the governor's office in the watchtower. Whoa! Look at that! That guillotine clock! Stop! That bird doesn't fit in that cage. Oh, there's a lot to unpack. Oh my god.
Place is full of hardened criminals. I kinda remember the last time a civilian was doing here.
Oh god. I don't have a good Scottish accent!
And you didn't want to talk to an inmate, but to me.
Well, I'm Chinley Caden.
You know, do you ken who I am? Do you ken who I am? I'm the governor, Barry Caden.
Barry Caden. What's that pun? I don't know that pun. Ow, also. Oh, yes, it's a pleasure. I'm Renosuke Naruhodo, defense lawyer.
And an Easterner, I see. Does that mean?
Yes, I'm a visiting student of law from the Empire of Japan.
Japan? Did you say Japan?
Yes.
Well, there's no doubt there's no any of your kind in here, laddie. Maybe you should try the prison next door, huh?
It means no. Oh, okay. Barricading. Oh! Oh.
I didn't notice there was a prison next door, sir.
That's... Thank you. For the... Barricading. I didn't like to be... Wait, did she say something that skipped ahead?
We came to ask you some questions about...
I didn't like to be so direct, but I've no intention of speaking with the likes of you suspicious-looking Easterners.
Wow! You're suspicious-looking. You've got scars everywhere.
Get out of my hair.
Where is my love check? I love you. There was a lot all at once. Icy soul, I love you. Happy birthday. So as soon as he finds out that we're from Japan, he reacts like this. It surely means.
I think it's because of the professor case.
You think so too? 10 years ago, Genshin Asogi, also known as the Professor, was incarcerated at this prison. And then after his execution, he apparently re-emerged from his grave in the cemetery behind the prison.
I might have known. You're sniffing around about that case, aren't you?
He's got, oh, those old-timey handcuffs.
Your agents, eh? Part of the Professor's great web, no doubt.
No, not at all. We're just...
Get on with you, before I punch your lights out.
We're going.
Clearly, the ghost of that killer still haunts this place. We're not going to get anywhere unless we can somehow prove to this man that there's nothing suspicious about us.
Governor Caden.
What are you thinking, Mrs. Sato?
I'm sure that name came up in conversation recently somewhere. I was wondering if whoever mentioned him might have had some ideas to help us.
Come to think of it, I have the same feeling. Who did I talk to? Who did I know? Was it Lord Chief Justice, baby, baby? Ooh. I don't remember. Oh, he don't care. Genshin's conviction really did not help raise relations. It's, you know, it shouldn't be the way that it was. But dang, people were even more racist back then. Okay, not there. Oh. Hey! That's Professor Mikitoba over there. Let's bother him.
Ah, hello you two. I was just taking a moment to catch up on the world now that I'm unpacked.
Where's Judge Yoku?
Yes, he's not the relaxing sort. He's taking himself off to pay his respects to all the legal bigwigs.
Having only just arrived in the country today? Goodness, he is full of energy.
Professor, you mentioned something before. About how you'd known the prison governor at Barclay Prison.
Oh, Governor Caden, you mean?
So it is the same man.
Father! We must speak with the governor. But he refused to talk to us. He said we were suspicious Easterners.
Well, I'm sure if I accompanied you, it would be a very different story.
Oh, would you? That would be wonderful if you have time now.
Sadly, as you can see, I'm very busy at the moment.
He's drinking coffee on a comfortable settee.
Now, I have a rather lot to prepare for tomorrow, you know.
Oh, sorry. I didn't say that out loud, did I? You Mikitobas are alarmingly good at reading people's thoughts.
How could it be that you Naruhodos are alarmingly bad at hiding your thoughts?
Let's not fall out now. I have an idea.
What's he writing on that piece of paper?
There's a letter of introduction for you. Hopefully, when he sees my name, he'll change his tune.
Ah, thank you. The letter of introduction.
Good luck, then.
Yeah. Oh, oops. Let's go, baby, baby, let's go to the place where we're gonna talk to the prison governor. Oh, he's just a brick house of a man. Well, wait. No, we're gonna present it. If you just cast your eyes on this, Governor Caden. Well, then it's canon both that the Ryu has a super expressive face and that he sometimes accidentally mumbles his thoughts aloud. It's very good.
Well, since then, you kind of pulled the wool over me eyes, you good-for-nothing Japanese student. Jeez! Mikitoba. That young jock from the forensics laboratory, that Mikitoba.
Yes, exactly, him.
Oh, dear, perhaps I should have said something sooner. I'm Eugene Mikotoba's daughter, Sasato.
Jings, the other young man's daughter. And you didn't... and you didn't think to mention that before.
I do apologize. You didn't really want to say a single word to us.
He's been able to keep the secret about Wilson's death the whole time. Wait. Oh, yeah. Yes.
Aye, well. You'd best take a seat then. Can I offer you a cup of tea, perhaps? And don't forget to try one of these wee handcuff biscuits. Stop!
Oh, that's very funny.
Father's influence is nothing short of amazing. I'm bitterly regretting not announcing who I was from the outset now.
So then, what can I do for you, Hen?
Ah, excuse me.
Well, we're currently investigating a case.
It's one of your warders, you see. He's gone missing.
Missing?
That's right. It's surely been reported to you as well, being the prison governor.
I haven't done nothing of the sort. There's no missing persons in my prison.
Oh!
But how can that be?
It's Mr. Daily Vigil, your chief warder.
Vigil?
That's right. His wife came to us and asked us to investigate his disappearance. Let's skip the part about him only going missing yesterday for now. Clearly, that means something to him.
Would you be so kind as to tell us what you know, sir?
Aye, of course. I'm so bad at these accents. I'm doing my best, but ooh, I know that it's not very good. We understand that Mr. Vigil is the chief warder here at the prison. Aye, that he was. Strong sense of responsibility and dedicated to the job, no doubt about it. He was a fine warder. Slipping into... Sorry, did you say was? Aye, he doesn't work here anymore. He left the job.
Oh my!
Not very good, but it's funny. Thank you. When was this exactly?
Whoa, look at him. There's a question. When was it about? It kinda had been much less than
10 years ago! What? 10 years ago? He stopped working here 10 years ago? Hydrate. Aye, as I mind it. Dear Ken, have you not heard the fella's name in all that time? That's a worry if he's gone missing, though. But Mrs. Vigil made no mention of it.
I think perhaps, Mr. Naruhodo, that his wife simply doesn't know. I think she's unaware that he no longer works here.
Governor Caden, can you tell us what happened? Why did Mr. Vigil give up his job here?
That's important, is it?
Yeah, he's sort of Mustang-ish. He's all head, you know what I mean? Yes, I believe it may be.
What are you thinking, Mr. Naruhodo?
Can't help but wondering, given that it was 10 years ago. Ah! Which was exactly when the professor was being held at this prison! Tell me about 10 years ago. Oh, baby.
So Mr. Vigil actually resigned from the position of chief warder 10 years ago, you're telling us. What happened to make him leave the job? Tell us! Hurry!
Actual fact, he didn't leave the job willingly. He had no choice in the matter. You mean he was dismissed? Yeah, turn all the way around. It was after a particular walk. Sorry, a walk? You know what I just noticed? He has it on his front, too. It's kind of hard to see with the text here. But he's got these adornments that look like little prison bars. When he turns around again, he has one on the front, too. Aye, that's our word for it here. A walk to the gallows. Ah, an execution. It's the job of the chief warder to prepare the gallows tree and oversee any executions, you see. Only Vigil did something unthinkable on that last walk he was manning.
What did he do? Oh my god.
Sorry, but I can't reveal that information. Yeah, he's got one there too, but it's like less bars. It's 3 bars instead of 4. Or I guess 3 windows instead of 4. But I can tell you that it's very rare for a chief warder to be relieved of his post. Why wouldn't Mrs. Vigil know about it? He appears to be under the impression that her husband still works here. I wouldn't have ken anything about that, I'm afraid.
Can you perhaps answer one more question about the circumstances of his dismissal?
Maybe. What would that be, Hen?
That last execution that Mr. Vigil was responsible for overseeing. Was it by any chance the professor's?
My thoughts exactly. Sorry, I really am. But I'm no at liberty to answer that.
I see. So yes, it was, though. That means yes. My father came to Britain all those years ago in order to study forensic medicine. But you seem to have been well acquainted.
The dead room, the prison, and the cemetery have a lot to do with one another. After all, they need fresh corpses for forensic research, do you kid?
Yes, I can imagine.
The advancement of medical science isn't always particularly palatable.
Father worked in the laboratory on the far side of the graveyard. In the basement of St. Sinners. It's still of use today.
St. Sinners? That's come up before, I'm sure. That's the hospital that What's-Her-Chuck was at.
We've been there.
Yeah.
You could tell and I have to ride... after used to ride in a carriage together and negotiate terms.
More fresh material, I suppose.
Aye, and we... I just thought that. Aye, and we used to sit in there for hours and gab on about dissection and all sorts. Oh, it makes me back. Roar. Over a pot of tea and a plate of cuff biscuits, of course.
How would you even make that?
How charming.
So little. Maybe he's enormous. It's both.
Excuse me. He was a good fella, your father. Reliable and dead set on his work. But I'm afraid I'll never understand you Japanese.
That's a Genshin Asogi, I suppose.
The full model? Hold on. Well, can't tell you anything else.
Thank you so much for your time, Governor.
Oh, one moment before you're away, hen. I just have a hatchet. Sure, I have it here somewhere. Ah, found it. Here, take this wee souvenir of your visit to the prison.
What is it?
That's Vigil's dismissal notice. It's 10 years old now, of course. I just had it. I just have it.
Oh my, are you sure?
Aye, it's no trouble at all. It's not the original, mind.
Vigil dismissal. Ooh, baby, baby. Thank you very much, Governor Caden.
Well, in return, do me a favor and never come back here. That case is closed.
I don't know. It don't seem that close to me.
Well, I think we ought to return to Baker Street for the time being.
Yes, I agree. We need to report back to Mr. Sholmes of what we found out about Mr. Vigil. I hope his hair is back to normal by then. What will he tell Mrs. Vigil, I wonder? Full model. I can do that. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna remember the amount of clicks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we go...
Wow! Amazing! It's crazy. Look at those feet.
I got a whole tail. I got it all. The only thing I don't like about VTube Studio over Vroid Studio, is that, wow, it really, I need to move my whole situation. It's not tracking my mouth and I'm looking over here. Okay.
Put those grippers away!
Is that there's no, as far as I'm aware, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's no, put it back to normal button. I can't, save, how's that look? Is that normal? Can't tell. It's the new normal. COVID's over. I want to make art. That's so sweet. I appreciate you. Looks good, thank you. All right, let's go. I do want to examine this, though. I want to see what they say about this. Ah, look, we have the opportunity here now while the governor is away.
Mr. Naruhodo, you could be in prison if you were caught.
That's a good point. Perhaps not. Oh, I just wanted to look at it. Oh my god. Okay. Yeah, he just left us here. Forget about it. You didn't see the model? If you're in the Discord, I'll post it in the art channel later. I have the full PNG. Actually, hold on. Let me do that right now. Because I will not remember. I will forget. One moment. Ooh-wee, we're doing it, babies. Oh, wait, this isn't where. They live here. Screenshot to... Yeah, okay. And then the Discord is, I'm gonna put this in art space. It might be... oh, look at this, it's so cute. Hell yeah. I don't know. Is this the right one? This will do. Yeah. Okay. There we go. It's in the art space now. Boo, 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 boo. Hell yeah. A model's 3D, I think. Probably. If you don't know, it's probably 3D. All right, we're gonna go back to Sholmes' sweet baby, 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 baby. You're only allowed to be nosy when the person whose room it is there to answer your questions or be annoyed about it. We're back! Hello, you two! Oh, that's her. I thought you'd be back before long, so I baked some scones for us all. Yo, that's amazing. Oh! Ah! Stop. Greetings, my dear fellows! You've returned a good deal sooner than I was anticipating. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. You called it, Icy. Hello, Mr. Sholmes. Say nothing. Your thoughts are written all over your faces in any case. Turns out that I may have been advisable to test my hair color restoration tonic before application.
Oh my.
Pray tell me, what of our warder friend? Have you garnered some new information?
Oh, yeah, something very surprising, in fact. Though it's not a patch on your hair, to be honest.
It most certainly isn't, but still, we discovered that...
Sholmes! Oh, hi.
Drop everything, Sholmes! This is more important!
Gina? That's not where the door is.
Oh, I can't believe it! What's happened?
Clearly a very grave matter indeed. But Ms. Lestrade made no mention of my hair whatsoever.
It's the boss!
What do you mean? Inspector Gregson?
The boss is... He's dead! What?
Gregson?
They just found his body, shot with a pistol.
What? That's not what I was thinking. What a whoa!
But Inspector Gregson?
He was murdered? Oh my god, no, not Gregson!
Come in, my dear girl. Tell us the whole story.
I screamed what so loudly? Are you serious, Gina? Inspector Gregson was he really shot?
I don't know about what happened myself yet. They're still here investigating the scene.
Where did this take place?
A little rented room in a building full of flats on Fresno Street.
The outskirts of town, nowhere near his home. I know where he lives. I've been there. I've stayed the night. Don't ask too many questions. He was perhaps investigating a case then.
The thing is, no one at the yard knows nothing about no case around there. Oh, how strange. The boss he was so good to me. I know I ain't up to much yet, but one day I was going to show him I'd be a proper detective.
Oh, Jedi. That's too tragic. I didn't like him, but I did not like him either. So, who did this? Do you have any idea who the culprit is?
They got him already.
Already? They caught the shooter so soon.
A witness reported something going on, and the boys got straight down there and took care of him. Ooh, what other person did this?
Oh, is it our boy?
I still can't believe it myself. Gina!
Might be out of nowhere, but I want to thank you guys for having me around in the streams and whatnot. Make you feel welcome. Crimson, you're a sweetheart. Even if you trick me all the time. Of course. Of course, we're happy to have you.
It was the Reaper!
What? Did you Say? Wait a minute. You don't mean they've arrested Lord Van Zeeks for it? That's right. Oh, that Reaper bloke's going and shot the boss. No, Lord Van Zeeks. We just saw him like a second ago. We saw him earlier today. Are you quite sure, Ms. Lestrade? It's Baroque Van Zeeks the police have arrested. I saw him with VODs in the interview room at the yard. I don't believe it. By art, you mean gotcha? Hell yeah. But there were witnesses and they were all saying it was him. So you mean there were actually multiple witnesses? They had the gunshot, apparently. When our lot got to the scene, there was only the boss and the Reaper bloke in the room. But there's no way Lord Van Zeeks would have taken Gregson's life. I just don't believe it. I don't believe it either. Ow! Van Zeeks having yet another Edgeworth moment. There are a lot of parallels. She's so sad, I don't want her to cry anymore. Oh, I love her too much for this. Thank you for informing us, Ms. Lestrade. This really is most terrible news. I'm dreadfully sorry. What are you saying sorry for? You didn't do nothing. Well, anyway, I'm taking a cab over to the scene right now. Please come and all as soon as you can. You've got to help. Said the hair and it looks very comfy. Hell yeah. It's a detective's lot to appear wherever some sinister plot is unfolded. Little wonder we all look haggard. Sometimes these things are almost too much for the nerves. The Van Zeeks, the ancestor of Edgeworth? I don't think that that's true, but we are... If that's true, I don't think that's been alluded to just yet. But we are for sure the descendant of Phoenix Wright. His name is Naruhodo in the Japanese game. I don't know the other part of his name, but Naruhodo just means like I see, I understand. So lots of fans say so, but there's no solid proof. Okay. It would be very silly and make like I could believe it in an Ace Attorney game that amount of happenstance, you know what I mean? Detective was killed by Van Zeeks because of all the wine that was wasted. Kazuma is tangentially related to Von Karma. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. They're terrible. How did that happen? Mr. Sholmes. What use is there in being a great detective if I fail to see something like this coming, How could I let this happen to Gregson? Mr. Naruhodo, I shall leave at once to begin my investigations. Of course, yes, we will too. It would be helpful if you could talk to Mr. Reaper and see what you can glean. I'm sure you were intending to do so anyway. Until later, then. Inspector Gregson dead and Lord Van Zeeks arrested. Roadhouse Susie! I've called you a handsome. It's waiting outside. It's very handsome. Thanks, Iris. Shall we, Mrs. Sato? Yes! Let's go, babies. Oh my god. Prison. He's just chilling. There he is, Lord Van Zeeks behind bars. So it's true, he really was arrested. He's sitting with his back to the wall, reading something. I don't think he's noticed us. Lord Van Zeeks. He's just got this permanent scowl. Fancy meeting you here. The last place on Earth I'd like to be, with the last person on Earth I'd like to... What do you mean? Come on. Wouldn't very well not come. We heard what happened, that Inspector Gregson was... Go home. This has nothing to do with you. But... Forgive me, Lord Van Zeeks, but I must disagree. Inspector Gregson was very helpful to us on a number of occasions. We're indebted to him. At the very least, we owe it to him to find out the truth about his death. You must help us with our investigations, please. There's really nothing I can tell you. What were you just reading at the back of the cell there? Was it something related to the case? This? The Yard isn't quite so cavalier with its information as to share case details with a suspect. This is a letter from an old acquaintance. Oh,
could that be?
Someone you know, as it happens, Albert Hairbrain.
Of course, yes, I keep forgetting they went to the same university.
And I would like to read my correspondence in peace, so let's get this over with, shall we? What is it you want to know?
Everything. Strange, I mean, let's face it, Lord Van Zieks never minces his words. But they seem to have less bite than usual somehow.
The music. How old? I don't remember. $33. Sasato's only 16. 34, 10, 43. What about me? Gina's 18 now. 36, 40. He looks sad there. Very Caden. Gregson was 45. No! A murdered. Even this says it. A murdered Scotland Yard inspector. No! He was stern and single-minded in his approach and a great lover of fish and chips. No! Ah! Too tragic. Oh my god. What happened? Could you at least tell us your side of the story, Lord Van Zieks? What happened?
How much do you already know?
We know that the inspector was shot dead in a small rented room on Fresno Street, and that you were found. I think you were found by the police when they arrived on the scene and immediately arrested. We were told that there was nobody else in the room and that some witnesses heard the gunshot.
Then you're well informed. And there's really nothing I can add. The truth is, I don't know what happened myself.
But the gunshot, obviously you didn't fire the gun, did you?
I'm not in the habit of shooting the people I work alongside. I also heard the noise, however. Before I had a chance to investigate, I was apprehended by the arriving officers.
So he doesn't actually know what happened. Excuse me.
If I may ask, what are you doing in that place to begin with?
I don't need to answer that.
Oh!
After all, you're not representing me.
He is gonna need a lawyer, though. Your defense. It could be me. It's gonna be me. I'm sure of it, baby. Who's gonna be representing you in court, Lord Van Zieks?
Anyone other than you, I should imagine.
Hey, that's okay, Lila.
Would I be right in assuming that you have no representation as of yet?
Defense lawyers shy away from any trial involving the Reaper, as I'm sure you know.
But this is different.
In my career, all of the defendants I've prosecuted, only 19 have ever been acquitted. Of them, 16 subsequently died in mysterious circumstances. Questions will be asked now.
Surely not.
I assure you, no defense lawyer will want to touch me with the end of a barge pole.
But you didn't actually have anything to do with those people's deaths, did you?
It's been 10 years now that I've been known as the Reaper of the Bailey. Believe me, nobody wants to know the true identity of this killer more than I. However, it seems things may come to a head before I have the chance to uncover the truth about that.
What does he mean by that? Everyone's so mysterious in Britain. Wow. We're just so straightforward over in Japan. We don't mince our words. We're not representing you unless after the trial, Professor Hairbrain was supposed to go straight back to Germany, I thought.
It's a letter to inform me of his safe arrival at home. I arranged his passage by sea and rail.
Gina Saseki and Albert were the only defendants who survived, yeah.
It's a relief, I must say. I should now be beyond the reaches of the Reaper. He should be.
Yes, the Reaper doesn't follow people abroad. You mean?
Yes, so it seems. Your stooped little Nipponese friend, for example. He told me he was... You told me he was keeping well in Japan when I inquired the other day.
Yes, that's right. He's an author now, happily working in Tokyo.
So Professor Hairbrain is safely back in Germany now.
He is. So, it wait. Appears our conversation has run dry.
There was a 2-second silence, that's all.
Well, in any event, if you'll excuse me now, I wouldn't like to detain you.
I was wondering, Lord Van Zieks, if you'd like, I'd be happy to advocate for you.
You trust me, do you?
Yes. I've heard you speak many times in court. I've seen how you treat people.
So I'm quite sure that you would never have taken another's life. It's just, my feelings can't be used as evidence in a court of law, sadly. The very gracious offer, however. I love him, he's very sweet. I trust no one. Stop. What? Not the police, not the judiciary, and not you Nipponese. But please. I have no intention of engaging your services. The chasm between us is just too wide and too deep, it seems. So blunt, what did I say? I'd appreciate it if you don't visit again. Then neither of us will waste any more time. I wonder what will change, and then we'll represent him, probably. Perhaps we need to dig a little deeper. Find out more about Lord Van Zeeks and what happened to Inspector Gregson. Let's go to the crime scene, baby, ooh. We know where it is now. Oh, baby, baby, baby. We're here in the room. It really is an out-of-the-way part of London. I doubt many people find their way back down this back street. But this dust-ridden, rented old room is where it happened, then. There's a red wig on the ground.
So this is where poor Inspector Gregson lost his life.
Yes, and the police are already hard at work investigating, it seems. Okay, G-Mama, sounds great. Have a lovely day. Yeah, it's Cozy's birthday today. I don't see Mr. Sholmes anywhere, though. Perhaps his investigations have taken him elsewhere.
Oi, what do you think you're doing there? Every one of them drawers has got to be taken right out so you can look underneath and all. I want the space above the ceiling checked too. And don't forget to look inside the chimney stack.
Whoa! De Leon, Fefe! Boop, 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 boop. Welcome, Raiders. My name is Comfy Catboy. I do all the voices. I'm a silly boy. Fee afraid, fee afraid, fee afraid. Boop, 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 boop. Ba, 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 ba. Look at that. Is that a belly? What's going on there? No, that's a butt. It's a cow butt. Okay. I couldn't tell which way the cow is facing. Sliding glass door, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Mew crew. We are playing, the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. I do all the voices. A man has been murdered. How was your stream? You were playing, it doesn't say all the time. Sometimes it tells me, but not all the time. Ah, what were you playing? Tell me. I have to know. I does have to know. Sophie's got some unique investigative techniques she wants everyone to adopt. Slay the Spire. I love slaying. You're the apple of my eye now. Thank you. This is some chat integration into Minecraft. Ooh, that's cool. I really like Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire to me was like a jumping off point for other games like that that sort of took that concept and like kind of did things in a more fair way. I feel like I really like Slay the Spire, but I feel like it's a little unfair. Who sent Borat to hell? Me. I did it. I did it. Boom, 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 boom. All right, we're here in an investigation. If you got to do post-stream stuff, please, by all means. Speaking of apples, they're using text-to-speech to abuse me. How, chat? How could you do that? GTS reading Apple reviews. That's funny. I love that. Man, don't they have a new iPhone or something that's like the same as the old iPhone? I don't know a lot about. I don't mess with Apple anymore.
Oh, so
y'all get to listen to me do really bad British accents. Here we go.
Oh, so you turned up at last, mind you. I ain't been here long myself.
Hello again, Gina.
Sholmes has only just left. You're lucky you missed that.
This game has Sherlock Sholmes in it. You heard that right. Not Sherlock Holmes. Some apples are just appalling, and we had to voice our opinion. Mr. Morgan was reading Apple reviews. Oh, you're talking about how one tastes like a sand-filled... Whoa! Whoa! The captions are cool. I'm glad. Oh, hello.
He went prancing around in the airport and stuff and flicking that and this and just scarpered. Oh, he's finished investigating already, you mean? Yeah. He didn't stop to say nothing to no one, not even me.
Gina, would you mind if we investigated too? You're the inspector now. Inspector Lestrade. This is her.
Listen, Odo. you're a lawyer, right?
Yes, why?
Well, you're not thinking of trying to help that Reaper bloke, are you?
Oh, she saw Angie again. She got the big frown.
Oh, poor Gina. She's never gonna forget, is she? That trial will haunt her forever.
Rexier, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Mew crew. Boop, 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 boop. Scarpert is a good word. I like it. Love you, Bean Boy. Glad to raid you. Yeah, you go get some food or rest or whatever you need, baby. Thank you so much again for the raid. Woo, 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 woo.
Gina, if you don't mind me saying, Lord Van Zeeks really is responsible for this crime. He will be duly and fairly judged in court. I suppose you're right, yeah. Go on then, Odo, get investigating.
You got a cinnamon roll squishmallow. That sounds adorable.
I want to know the truth about what really happened here.
Thank you, Gina.
Just letting us do it. Should I talk to her first? Yeah. Yeah.
Gina, what was Inspector Gregson doing here in the first place?
British. Wait, is the day of the wedding tomorrow? Like the wedding? It's so soon? I didn't know that. Really?
That's what I want to know.
Oh, wait.
It's what? Half a year since I got out of the clink. That's when I decided to give up on me diving and being a detective instead.
Oh my goodness, I didn't know that. Congratulations. Heck yeah.
That's what I
said that.
Oh yes, Mr. Sholmes twisted the inspector's arm to agree to take you on as an apprentice, didn't he?
Something like that, I think. Anyway, the point is, I didn't really know much about it, the boss till then. But it turns out he's a bit of a legend at the yard. Goodness, really? They say he managed to solve some really tricky cakes, just like that.
He did?
Yep, and ever since then he started going out on all sorts of investigations, but always on his own.
Gregson?
No one else at the yard even knows what half the cases he's working on are, apparently.
This is Gina Lestrade. I love her very much. She's the best.
That's not how it's supposed to work, is it? What was the legendary inspector doing in a dingy little room like this?
I know he had a lot of respect for the Reaper and all, and look where that landed him.
Respect for the Reaper? In what way?
I heard him say as such. I'd take my head off to that fellow, were his words.
Not how the general public feels, is it? Most people are terrified of the Reaper.
Yeah, the boss said that's exactly why he respected the bloke.
I didn't realize Gregson held the Reaper in such quite high regard.
He said something else to me and all. That I didn't need to worry about the Reaper, because he only goes after people what are bad. It did kind of set my mind at ease when he said that.
Is Gregson the Reaper? Come on.
Right. What is this place then? Does anyone live here?
Apparently it's been rented by some cove called Hugh Boone.
You rude. Sorry for late raid message. Hello, welcome. Boo, 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 boo.
Hugh Boone.
Hugh Boone? That's a weird name.
Sort of here today, gone tomorrow name, that isn't it?
Yeah, he's what we called an unidentified person. We haven't been able to get in touch with him.
I see. Well, judging from appearances, I've got to say this place hasn't been lived in for a long time, if ever.
Right! All the lads from the yard piled down to get stuck into the investigation, but there's so little here, no one know what to do with themselves. I do wonder.
Yes, Mrs. Sato?
Well, could it be that this Hugh Boone is in fact Inspector Gregson himself?
What? How could that be?
Well, if he was investigating on his own, it's quite possible that this was in fact some kind of a secret office of his.
I'd never have considered that.
That's work, Suze! We're actually following a Lana inquiry like that ourselves.
You are?
If you look around the room, you'll see there's a few things that hint at it.
We should really investigate this place in detail.
That's cool. I didn't know he was anything but a silly little guy.
They say that's where the poor inspector was found over there.
The red wig on, maybe.
Yeah, that's right. They said there was a single bullet what did him in. Apparently the bullet went through him and struck the candle tree on the wall.
Candle tree?
Blown one of the candles apart completely.
One of them? How tall was he? What do you mean?
And the gun there was used on the floor. It's the Reaper's in it. No denying that.
What? Really?
How do you know that? Take it easy! I don't know what to do with myself when you stare at me with them big wide eyes. Only saying what I've heard. I don't know much about guns myself. But there's some bigwig lawman or whatever who said so. Why don't you ask him?
Bigwig lawman, is it? Oost.
Anyway, Fresno Street runs along under that window there. There was some street sellers just outside when I heard the gunshot. Oh, but I don't recall seeing anybody outside. Yeah, they've all been taken down to the yard for questioning, that's why. We're talking about the yard's legendary inspector here, after all. Then I'll be getting a grilling! It's barbecue season, gents. Do you think we might be able to...
Oh, this is me. Do you think we might be able to speak with those street sellers ourselves?
I doubt it. The lads at the yard will just want to know what you're snooping for, and you'll be up for a grilling and all.
We can't interview the witnesses then. Shame. All right, let's look at the... Let's investigate. Let's examine Newt. Ooh, baby. Excuse me.
Ooh.
I'm rubbing my eyes.
Oh, it's a photograph stand.
Heck yeah, Lyra. I'll check that out after stream. Thank you so much.
Suppose it must be a picture of one of Inspector Gregson's family members.
Ah! What's the matter? Your eyes look like they're about to pop out of your head.
They are! Look, Mr. Naruhodo, quickly!
Oh! Why do I feel like this woman is... Come on.
Of course she's familiar. We only met her this morning.
Ah! It's Vigil.
This makes no sense. Why would there be a picture of Mrs. Vigil in here?
That looks like a younger version of my model? Hell yeah. To be frank, I don't think I've ever been more stumped.
I'm sorry to say I have no idea either.
The frame photograph. Can I look at it though, baby? No. Heck. What if she just had one big eye? Hello? Hi! I'm a beautiful gentlewoman with one enormous eyeball. Whoa! Alright. What does this say? Chief Warder Daily Vigil is relieved of his post with immediate effect for having violated Clause 132 of Her Majesty's Code of Conduct for Prisons. All rights of redundancy pay and other financial benefits are fully revoked. Reason for dismissal: aiding and abetting the escape from this prison of convict redacted from just prior to his execution. Details of this escape are still being investigated. Full cooperation with inquiries will be expected. Barry Caden. I can't, my button is covered up. Additional notes: indications are that the jailbreak plot was conceived prior to the convict's incarceration. It is believed that the convict engaged in some form of negotiation with prison staff in order to secure assistance. Full disclosure of information regarding those negotiations will be demanded. Give me just one little second. Just one little second. Trying to see how much more there is to this chapter in non-spoiler way. What case is this, baby? Come on. Ooh, 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 ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna run to the bathroom. There's a bit more. So I'm gonna run to the restroom. I'll be right back. Ow! In the meantime, however, I think I'm gonna do something that I don't normally do. I'm gonna leave you all with an... I used to kind of play my own YouTube videos. Oh no, I have it on YouTube. What am I talking about? I just have it on YouTube. Let me go back here. Options. Let's turn the audio off. Easy. And then I'm gonna show you. This is like I'm gonna run to the restroom and show you my I'm gonna shill. I'm gonna shill my services. If you are a content creator, and you want to step your game up, I have some services. I'll be back very quickly, but I'm gonna get some more tea, go to the bathroom, have a mouthful of peanuts, maybe. Crimson, don't clip that out of context. I'll be right back. if I can do this. Okay. Hi, my name's Comfy, and I've edited videos for all of these guys. See anyone you recognize? I've been editing video basically my entire adult life.
I'm old.
And as such, I've picked up tons of useful information that I'd love to pass on to you. In addition to my YouTube channel, where I go over all sorts of topics about editing and content creation, I'm now going to be offering a few more things. First, for those of you looking to level up your editing game, I'm now offering long-form videos to download over on Ko-fi. These will cover a wide variety of topics that I'm really hoping will help beginners and pros alike. Second, I'm excited to announce that I'll be offering shorts review services. I'm now available to give serious critique and guidance for your shorts, TikToks, and Reels. You can send me some targeted videos, your entire TikTok page, whatever. And after I take a look, I'll send you a short video discussing what I feel you're doing right, what needs improving, as well as advice on next steps you should take. I am ecstatic to share all this with you. The link to everything I've mentioned is on screen, as well as in my bio. I'd love it if you check it out. I really think you're gonna like what you see. Thanks so much. Hi, my name's Comfy, and I've edited videos for all of these guys. See anyone you recognize? I've been editing video basically my entire adult life.
I'm old.
And as such, I've picked up tons of useful information that I'd love to pass on to you. In addition to my YouTube channel, where I go over all sorts of topics about editing and content creation, I'm now going to be offering a few more things. First, for those of you looking to level up your editing game, I'm now offering long-form videos to download over on Ko-fi. These will cover a wide variety of topics that I'm really hoping will help beginners and pros alike. Second, I'm excited to announce that I'll be offering shorts review services. I'm now available to give serious critique and guidance for your shorts, TikToks, and Reels. You can send me some targeted videos, your entire TikTok page, whatever. And after I take a look, I'll send you a short video discussing what I feel you're doing right, what needs improving, as well as advice on next steps you should take. I am ecstatic to share all this with you. The link to everything I've mentioned is on screen, as well as in my bio. I'd love it if you check it out. I really think you're gonna like what you see. Thanks so much. Hi, my name's Comfy, and I've edited videos for all of these guys. See anyone you recognize? I've been editing video basically my entire adult life.
I'm old.
And as such, I've picked up tons of useful information that I'd love to pass on to you. In addition to my YouTube channel, where I go over all sorts of topics about editing and content creation, I'm now going to be offering a few more things. First, for those of you looking to level up your editing game, I'm now offering long-form videos to download over on Ko-fi. These will cover a wide variety of topics that I'm really hoping will help beginners and pros. Hello, my babies. It is I'm back. I got a mouthful of peanuts. I'm chewing it. I'm gonna turn this off. We're gonna turn this on. Ooh, baby. All right, here we go. Let's find more clues. This looks like some sort of notice board or something. I gotta swallow. My bad. I'm like, I can get through this. It's certainly immediately proven wrong. I'm a silly boy. And it's absolutely covered in scraps of paper. Ah! It's in our huddle, look! This, you mean? It's an autopsy report, isn't it?
And these are case notes here. It's the details of prison inmates.
Yes, in fact, they're all the sort of documents that only a detective could normally acquire. What on earth went on in this room?
Some old newspaper cuttings. Ah! And this one here.
Oh, yes, the advertisement, you mean? To the Red-Headed League. But why? What's that doing here? I don't know.
Whoever occupied this room was clearly interested in it for some reason.
Okay. That's a chimbley. An empty fireplace makes a room feel even colder than it would be otherwise, doesn't it?
It's thick with dust, look. I think it would be fair to say it hasn't been used in a very long time.
In other words, whoever lived in this room must have been extremely hardy in cold weather.
Or nobody lived here at all and merely visited when the occasion arose. I wouldn't like to say which is more likely.
No, that's right. It's one or the other. That's a stool, that's a door, that's a mail. Mail! Excuse me. Oh, Inspector. Oh, sir. Poor man, he can't possibly be able to focus on investigating when he's so upset. What the hell? What about you? Excuse me. Sorry, sir. Can't say a thing, sir. Too many tears, sir. Oh, no. Perhaps I better leave you to your work, then. No. What about you? You have a cape on. Excuse me.
You're looking down on us from the great beyond, Inspector. Don't worry, we'll look after things for the yard.
Interrupted some deep thoughts there. There's like a nutcracker or something. Oh, what's this?
It would appear to be a little model policeman. It's rather charming, isn't it, in a way?
Seeing as it's on the floor here, do you think it belonged to Inspector Gregson?
It's a little hard to imagine Lord Van Zeek's playing with something like this.
Only about 8 centimeters tall. It could have fallen out of someone's pocket. 8 centimeters? 8 centimeters? I have a ruler, like, or a tape measure, like, right here. 8 centimeters is nothing. That's like just under 3 inches, or just over 3 inches. Okay, now I know that. That's like the length of a finger or something. You got hands the size that are my hands. Which you probably don't do. It's like, I'm just setting up like all, it's like, you know that really specific time when you like, when you make this food item, it tastes like that. It tastes just like that. I think we should record it as evidence, just in case.
Yes, I agree. It's rather delightful after all, in a way.
The policeman is a little guy. Look at this gun, oh my god. This is presumably the murder weapon then. It's got a little thing on the bottom.
Oh my, is it real, I suppose?
Why are you eating wood? I don't know. I think so. Guns are so rare in Japan. I really know very little about them. Fiber, yeah. You gotta get enough fiber, everyone.
There's one way to know for sure, Mr. Naruhodo. Fire a shot!
No. If I did that, I'd be looking for a skilled lawyer to represent me in court. Slightly safer to just ask someone who might know, I think. The killer. I will ask Gina Lestrade. Look at this wig. It's not very convincing, maybe. Since we came in here, I can't take my eyes off this thing.
Oh, funnily enough, neither can I. It's a hairpiece, isn't it? It is! A bright red hairpiece!
Oh, I must have said the first part. And I suppose the fact that it's right there next to where the body was found means we have to accept that Inspector Gregson wore wigs, doesn't it?
And it's such a flame-colored red, too.
Yes, that's a color we've come across very recently elsewhere, isn't it?
Exactly! This is a vital clue, I'm sure of it.
Red hairpiece, baby, baby, baby. Alright. Oops. Come on now. We gotta look at the candle, too. So I suppose this is where the victim...
That's right, the rope is laid around the body to show exactly how it was found.
Poor Inspector Gregson. Poor Inspector Gregson himself is already taken away. And would probably be under Dr. Scythe's scalpel by now, if not for what happened last week. Do you wear wigs? In the shape of the rope.
In the shape of the rope, and it would appear that the inspector was curled up into a ball. Are you feeling alright, Mr. Naruhodo?
You look like
you've just seen a ghost.
No, it's just a rope, but, well, conjures up quite a terrifying image, that's all. Especially with that blood stain next to it.
Oh, I do understand. In some ways, what we picture in our minds can even be worse than reality.
Star Moon Lover, hello, welcome, welcome. How are you, baby? Sana-san is so strong, though. She's taking this far better than I am. Whoop. Top of one of the candles in this candle holder has been completely blown off.
Yes, there's wax splattered on the wall behind, look.
Suppose if it had a bullet in it.
It does seem likely that the bullet hit the candle, having first passed through the inspector's body.
Now that wax on the wall looks like a blood stain to me. I can't really see what we're looking at here. Candelabrum. Let us look upon the heart. Okay, look at all these things I need to look at. Alright, let's examine this. What a silly little goober. Can you imagine you're a child and this is the only toy you have? That's how it was like, I guess.
The helmet of this charming policeman appears to be a little worse for wear.
Not convinced about the charming part, but yes, you're right. The head part looks like it's been fairly heavily manhandled. Almost as if somebody has enjoying twisting it around and around for fun. Should we try twisting it around and around too, for fun? Whoa!
Ah! What's that? It appears to be some sort of key.
But it's tiny, though. It couldn't be a key for a door, not that size. But what is it for, I wonder?
Oh!
That is a very silly looking key. Hello. This looks like some sort of key.
Yes, it does.
Very tiny and simple key. What's a key doing here? Okay, whatever.
Let's get out of here.
Yeah. Probably best to avoid handling it. Psych! I'm handling it. I suppose this must have been the murder weapon.
Oh my, it's real, I suppose.
I think so. Guns are so rare. Okay, we already... Okay. Alright. What about the wig? What about it? Oh. Okay. I've always wondered what the underside of a hairpiece looks like.
Doesn't surprise me at all, Mr. Naruhodo. You always want to see what lies beneath, don't you?
Not sure how... That's quite how I'd put it. You must have to use a lot of bird lime. Bird lime? Keep it in place on your head, so it doesn't get blown off in a gust of wind. Bird lime?
It might be a little inconvenient when you wanted to take it off again, don't you think?
What is bird lime? Bird lime? Who's that? Yeah, jeez. Yeah, that was a pretty, whoop, like a up. Ah, there are some black marks here, look.
Yes, they look sort of like scorch marks.
Perhaps a bullet struck the candle here, do you think? It's only this one candle that's been cracked in half, it seems.
Yes, I think you might be right. Firearms are rarely used by criminals in Japan, so I'm afraid I'm not particularly knowledgeable about them.
Okay. Okay. Hairpins would be more useful. Alright. That'd be a really odd angle. I think that's all gonna come, because it's like, it looks like it was shot straight up. It's kind of hard to see the wall. Would have liked to have the wall behind, but alright. Because where's the bullet hole, you know? Like, where is the bullet? It can't have... Oh, there's that to look at, too. He's very haphazardly nailed those boards over the broken glass, haven't they? Couldn't even really call that a window anymore.
Well, if you remember the windows in Mr. Natsume's room, that was totally blocked up with bricks. This one at least does still let some light in, so you could
say nothing more about it. Starting to feel even more sorry for Mr. Natsume now. He's fine. He's on the money, y'all. It's fine. He's fine. Okay. So now let's talk more with... let's present all that to Gina. Bird lime is an adhesive used to trap birds. Oh, no. You can't be trapping no birds. Gina, what do you make of this? It's not anything that I want. Okay, all right. What about this, then? All right. I mean, just the gun, maybe? Well, wait a minute. Can I not present any evidence to her? But she didn't have any more dialogue options. Okay, well. I tried it all. Now I don't have to. I'll never want for longing. Or whatever. Okay. Who would know more about guns? I don't understand. Hold on. Now, just wait a minute. Just a minute. Just a dangle minute. Oh, okay. I guess I leave. I guess I'm supposed to leave. Ow! Also. No. Oh, what? Oh, wait a minute. I see. I already did this. Let's talk to Lord Chief Justice, I guess. Mortician should be able to confirm. Well, I don't know if they had that technology back then. This is like the late 1800s this game takes place. You've made good time. I took an... Oh, this must be
An express train back to London.
This must be the judge. I can hear Lord Strongheart, can you?
Yes, it sounds as though he's talking to someone.
Oh, no, it's him!
Is everything in place? They both have a similar sound. I had a private compartment on the train so I could check all the paperwork.
It's...
Kazuma-sama!
Hi, guys. What's up?
Ah, your timing is impeccable.
It is?
No doubt you have heard the sickening news about the Reaper's latest devilry.
Yes.
I'm sure you don't believe it, of course, though, Lord Strongheart. That Lord Van Zieks could have done such a thing to Inspector Gregson.
I believe only in the facts. The facts in this case point to one thing. The unavoidable accusal of Lord Van Zieks for this crime. We must bring charges against the Reaper for taking the life of our legendary detective.
Hell yeah, Ov.
Oh no, surely not.
It's a truly regrettable situation. Tomorrow, the Forensic Science Symposium finally begins. At the very least, though, we can show the world our justice system's swift and equitable processes.
So does that mean the trial is tomorrow?
Sorry.
Precisely. In fact, this is a fine opportunity for introductions.
Oh, is he gonna be the... No! Kazuma. Is he gonna be the prosecution?
Ah, but of course, you're already acquainted, aren't you? Mr. Asogi here will be present at tomorrow's proceedings. Leading the prosecution.
No! Wait, what? Kazuma.
As I'm sure you're aware, he's a very capable practitioner of law.
Kazuma-sama!
How could this happen to me?
I'm sure you can imagine that tomorrow's trial will be closely followed all over London. In fact, no, people all over the Empire will be watching closely to see how it unfolds.
There's no salvation for anyone in the trial prosecuted by the Reaper of the Bailey. And now, the Reaper himself must stand in the dock.
Quite so. The public wants answers about the Reaper. Answers about how and why those who escaped conviction subsequently died mysterious deaths.
Lord Van Zieks firmly denies any involvement in such matters.
And there have been thorough
investigations that have proven him to be innocent.
That's certainly true, or at least it has been until now.
Ah!
No, tomorrow's trial will mark the start of a new chapter in our country's great judicial history.
Oh my god. So, Kazuma will be prosecuting tomorrow?
That's right.
But he's a defense lawyer, Lord Strongheart.
Accomplished young law practitioners cannot pick and choose their roles. Imagine what it would mean for the prosecution to know the strategies commonly employed by the defense. A devastating combination, wouldn't you agree?
Ow. I'll sit up. I'll have a drink. It's fine.
A devastating combination, wouldn't you agree?
Absolutely. I've no doubt at all that Kazuma will be razor sharp as a prosecutor.
But why Kazuma-sama? There are surely many other highly skilled prosecutors in Great Britain.
He kind of has the same voice. It was a personal request. I asked to be assigned to the trial.
You asked for this? But why?
It'll all become clear tomorrow. I'm guessing you intend to stand for the defense, don't you? Although, the Reaper appears to be turning down all offers of representation.
I'm surprised such a personal request would have been upheld. It seems unprecedented. Quite exceptional, in fact.
You are quite right, Miss Mikitoba. Tomorrow's trial will be unprecedented and exceptional in every way. After all, the accused is one of Britain's greatest prosecutors, the pride of the Empire. It would be unwise to give the public a reason to perceive it as a judiciary closing ranks.
So that's why you're happy to let a foreigner handle the prosecution.
Ryunosuke, Let's see how your skills have been honed after practicing law in this land for so many months.
Kazuma, I don't understand why you're being so hostile to me now. This isn't going to end well, my friend. A boop noodle. Oh yes, we noticed that there was a gun at the scene of Inspector Gregson's death. Do you know if it belongs to Lord Van Zeeks?
That would be a question for the lead detective investigating the scene.
Well, the thing is,
She wasn't sure, so she told me I should ask somebody higher up who might know.
That's right, Mr. Naruhodo. Be direct.
It's certainly a model that's issued to all personnel involved in law enforcement, yes. Which includes prosecutors, as I'm sure you can imagine.
In that case, it could have actually belonged to the victim.
No, Gregson had his gun on his person.
what about Lord Van Zeeks?
He claims it's currently not in his possession.
What?
According to his story, he lost it. In short, it's more than a little suspicious.
Just because the gun in question is the same type as the defendant's, is no proof that it's actually his.
No, of course not.
Nevertheless, the situation is grave for Lord Van Zeeks. Are you like, buddy, I'm gonna kick your butt. You don't want to do this.
You don't want no part of this, baby.
Yeah, I'm gonna talk. I'm examining you, bud.
I'm sorry for all the worry I've caused you, but it'll be all right now.
Has your memory completely returned?
Yes, completely. I remember everything, including what I was coming here to do.
Right.
Kazuma-sama, I can't tell you how happy I am to see that you are alive and well like this. But how did you come to be here in London when you were suffering from amnesia?
It was the voice. This past year, I've been hearing it in my head constantly, saying the same thing over and over. Go to London, that's where your destiny awaits. It was that voice that guided me here to London.
I'm so sorry for what's happened.
Anyway, my memory, might have returned to me, but there's something that won't return to the way it was before.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm a prosecutor now, so I'm sure our paths will cross again very soon.
It seems very good. Doesn't look like we're gonna glean much more here. Well, thank you very much, Lord Strongheart.
Remember, tomorrow's trial will go down in our empire's history. There's much you could learn from the public gallery.
Sorry I've taken so much of your time. We'll see ourselves out.
Hold it!
Oh!
Before you go, Ryunosuke,
Oh, what is it? Hurry up.
I just wanted to thank you.
Kazuma-sama, what?
You took my determination to heart and brought it with you over the ocean in my stead. And you carried out my role to perfection.
You always were so intent on studying British law in order to change your own justice system. It was your dream, Mr. Naruhodo didn't want that to die with you.
Yes, but I had another purpose for coming here.
Ow!
I actually have a favor to ask.
Which is?
This trial I'll be prosecuting tomorrow, I'd like you to be there and see how it ends. Right in front of me as the defense counsel.
What's all this about? What's all this, then?
I know you have what it takes.
But Lord Van Zeeks would never have put his fate in my hands. He would never do that.
On the contrary, he recognizes your talent.
He does.
Not easy to see behind the facade sometimes. Here, have a look at this.
Oh, look. Oh, come on. He looks so jolly, and he looks so baby. That's Lord Van Zeeks and Inspector Gregson. In a photograph that must have been taken some time ago by the look of it. And who's the third person? Who do you think? Strongheart just hinted that he wants us not to defend. Yeah, and Kazuma is asking us to defend. It's crazy talk.
It was displayed very prominently in the detective's office.
Gregson's office, you mean?
Yes, what I'm trying to say is if you really think you can trust the Reaper, you might find that some straight talking makes him take a different view. Take it.
Gregson's photo. Oh, baby, baby, baby.
I don't understand. Why are you giving me this?
Just hurry, Ryunosuke. Visiting hours at the prison are almost over.
What are you doing, Kazuma? I wish people would just be straightforward, but if they were just straightforward, we wouldn't, you know, have a game. So...
Lord Van Zeeks is still reading that dag stupid idiot letter for dummies.
We've been gone quite some time, though.
Either he's really an incredibly slow reader or it's an incredibly long letter. Might even be able to read English faster than he can.
Get to leave. What are you doing? I was intending to ignore you entirely. But I can't turn a deaf ear to such an insulting Nipponese.
Oh, sorry. I didn't think you could hear that.
I had the case notes brought to me in secret. I was reading them to pass the time.
I think it might be because canonically Van Zeeks used to be shy. Oh.
Yes, we heard that your trial is set for tomorrow.
Which is none of your business.
So, have you found a lawyer?
How many times must I reiterate the same thing? This is nothing to do with you.
In other words, no.
We were just talking to Lord Strongheart and... Prosecutor, for your trial has been decided.
I'd expect nothing less, though I have no idea who it is.
It's gonna be Kazuma Asogi.
Asogi?
That made the color drain from his face. What little there was to drain, I guess.
Ah, well then. It seems I'm going to have to engage in conversation with you again after all.
Okay. I'm down for that.
10 years ago, my older brother, who was the director of prosecutions at the time, was murdered. And the killer, as you know, was a visiting student from the Far East. Not a single day goes by when I don't curse the name Asogi.
Genshin Asogi was Kazuma-sama's father.
Yeah, we know.
But what cruel twist of fate is this now, 10 years later? The man's son is to crucify me in some kangaroo court.
Do you know what a kangaroo is? How do you know what a kangaroo is? I still don't understand why Lord Strongheart apprenticed Kazuma to you.
It's what he does. No doubt he knew of the young man's true identity from the outset.
Well, what could he have been hoping to achieve?
And let's not forget that it was only 8 days ago that Kazuma recovered from his amnesia. Why would Lord Strongheart assign this trial to somebody like that?
Asogi. That name is the very epitome of my bane.
Excuse me.
The bane is that is you Nipponese.
Right, you're racist, I know.
I'd only just been appointed as a prosecutor when it happened 10 years ago. My brother Clint, the director of prosecutions, was hunting down a mass murderer.
The so-called professor.
Assigned to the investigation as his partner was a certain visiting student dispatched from Scotland Yard.
And that was Genshin Asogi?
Exactly. I developed a deep respect for the man. He seemed noble-minded and chivalrous in the extreme to me. But none of us saw the true nature of the man. So I lost everything when it happened. My esteemed brother, the people I believed in, and any semblance of right prevailing over wrong.
Oh, how awful.
To avenge my brother, I prosecuted in Asogi's trial. I wouldn't normally have been allowed, but I beleaguered the ascribed prosecutor until he consented. Ow.
What do you mean by the ascribed prosecutor?
The man in charge of the professor case's inquiry, Lord Mail Strongheart.
Wait, what? Lord Strongheart?
He was a highly accomplished prosecutor, but he agreed to relinquish the trial to me and act as my advisor instead. Since that time, he's the one person to whom I felt indebted.
I'm sure he must have seen your zeal for the case and recognized your potential as a prosecutor.
Hearing the ow in Lord Van Zeek's voice.
Anyway, time passed, and then earlier this year, who should arrive in London but you?
Ah!
And of all things, as a lawyer.
I'm so sleepy. I'm sorry, everybody. I felt your animosity the first time I ever faced you in the courtroom. Your obvious deep loathing of us Japanese.
I kept telling myself it was illogical. But for so many years, that hatred had festered inside me. I could no longer control it.
I can understand why, now that I know the history. It would still be racist, though, bud.
But in the same way that I long felt the Nipponese to be the bane of my life, to Kazuma Asogi I am the bane of his, the reaper who sent his father to the gallows. He's looking for revenge, and he intends to take it in court tomorrow.
Maybe.
Gregson's transfer to the Paris police prefecture has finally been arranged for the coming month. But he'll never make it to France now. He's dead. He's dead as hell.
Breeze CG, thank you for the follow. Welcome to the Mew crew. How are you? Does CG stand for collectible, or like card game? Card game? Breeze card game?
You want to suck your blood?
Ow!
I wonder, does it happen often? Being transferred internationally, I mean?
It's the first time I've ever encountered it.
Oh!
The Paris police welcoming an English detective is almost inconceivable.
Big Ace Attorney fan? Hell yeah, welcome, welcome. This is my first playthrough, basically. I'm very excited, but we're near the end, kinda.
I can't imagine what kind of magic Gregson must have worked to put that arrangement in place.
Sounds like that mystery has even the Reaper perplexed.
I'm afraid to say that we were very ignorant about Inspector Gregson's standing. We hear that he was considered something of a legend at Scotland Yard.
Again, it was 10 years ago that he first made a name for himself, by uncovering a decisive piece of evidence that exposed the professor's identity. If it wasn't for Gregson's singular approach to the case, the discovery would never have been made.
Yeah, so I'm a big fan. I just haven't played this game to completion. I guess I've played every game except the whatever the third game is that's in the upcoming Apollo Justice trilogy, LOL. And the second Miles Edgeworth game, and then the Professor Layton crossover. But I think I played all of the other ones. And now I'm playing through this one. What sort of approach?
After my brother's life was taken, the inspector pushed for a full autopsy.
Oh my, 10 years ago.
Why is that so surprising?
Autopsy was considered a desecration of the body at the time and rarely performed. My brother was of course a noble, that made the idea of it even more unthinkable. But something Gregson had dug up in his investigations made him determined that it was necessary. His powerful conviction somehow influenced the House of Lords, and as a result, I could avenge my brother's death.
So you must have had great confidence in the inspector's abilities then.
And it's even more inconceivable that you would have taken his life.
I don't have confidence in anyone.
Oh.
And I'm sure Gregson felt the same way. I've no doubt he thought of me only as the ominous Reaper, just like the rest of London.
That's not true. What really went on between Lord Van Zieks and Gregson, I wonder? What was the true nature of their relationship? They were roommates. Not the gun used to shoot the inspector that was found at the scene.
Ah, yes, that's not mine.
Really? Because common opinion seems to be that it is.
What do you expect me to say?
Which Strongheart informs us that you claim to have misplaced your firearm.
As embarrassing as that is, I'm afraid that it's true.
When did you lose it then?
That I don't know.
Oh!
I was issued with a revolver when I first became a prosecutor 10 years ago. I must have stowed it somewhere, I suppose, or left it somewhere, perhaps.
You have something in common with Lord Van Zieks after all, Mr. Naruhodo. A talent for misplacing things.
No, this has nothing to do with me. Don't drag me into it.
Don't make the mistake of associating me with this Nipponese.
Oh dear! The rift is very wide, isn't it?
So it's not decisive evidence, clearly, but it doesn't look good, that's for sure. Alright, look at this photograph! Every time I do, it makes me laugh. Here it is. Look at it. Remember your friend. Lord Van Zieks, we came by this old photograph.
Where did you get that?
He's so jolly. He looks like he's doing a little berries and cream dance, Gregson. Oh my god. It was taken when I became a qualified prosecutor.
It was, when I became a qualified prosecutor. It's almost unbelievable. I assumed it was long lost.
Is the man on the left there?
Yes, that's my brother, Clint.
I'm a little lad who loves berries and cream. It had to be, really. Yeah, I mean, look at them both. How'd you get that scar? That scar wasn't there 10 years ago. Right? I didn't... hold on. Yeah! That's quite a scar, my guy. Apparently, the picture was prominently displayed in Gregson's office. He had a deep respect for you, you know. Were you aware of that?
Respect? That's nonsense.
No, we've heard it. Someone attest to it clearly. Inspector Gina Lestrade, no less. Ryu is fighting so hard to fight for Van Ziegs, and Van Ziegs is like, I'm racist. I'm a racist little lad.
Well, maybe once, yes. There was a time things were like that. We were brothers in arms, jovially discussing the future of justice and other such lofty subject matter. Well, that was a nice glimpse of the past. I thank you.
I feel as though that got a nice glimpse of the past then, too. There was a glimmer of light in his eyes, a brief twinkle. Insight into the true nature of this man known to all as the Stone Cold Reaper of the Valley. Alright, let me just stop being so difficult.
Mr. Naruhodo.
Oh, that's the first time he's ever used my actual name.
I've lost all confidence in my country's justice system. I don't trust the police, the judiciary, or lawyers. But there's still one thing I am willing to believe in.
What's that?
That which you see in the eyes of another across the courtroom. The simple determination to know the truth.
Lord Van Ziegs.
From the very first time we clashed in the Bailey almost a year ago now. I couldn't deny it, even though I clearly wished I could. Here is a loathsome Nipponese, who has absolute integrity as a lawyer. There are only two other men I've known with that same look in their eyes. My brother, Clint, and Genshin Asogi.
The man he idolized and the man who betrayed his trust in the most hideous way.
When you showed me that photograph just now, it reminded me.
You mean this photograph? Rinosuke, could you please, do you have any memory at all, please?
Back when I was able to laugh, I was free of the shackles of mistrust that plague me now. I look to the future with hope. Since then, I've protected myself against betrayal by refusing to trust anyone. But at times, the mire into which I've sunk makes it almost impossible to breathe.
I'm so sorry.
So, Mr. Naruhodo, I want to believe in that look in your eyes. I need to believe it. In tomorrow's trial, will you advocate for me?
No, no, game over. It's done. It will be an honor. I'm so pleased, Mr. Naruhodo.
Then my life is in your hands.
Wow. What a shocker. Gossamer, for Lord Van Ziegs, that must have been an incredibly hard thing to ask. Which is why I simply cannot let the man down. Tomorrow in the Old Bailey against my old friend Kazuma. No, we know. We know the stakes. To be continued, baby, 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 baby. Let's save! Oh, baby! And we're gonna pick this up tomorrow at 9 a.m. West Coast American time. We always have to do this thing where it's like, I gotta watch one piece of dialogue before I'm allowed to... There we go. Before I'm allowed to quit the dangled. Don't save the game, I just saved it, baby, baby. Lawyer! Hello. We're gonna play this. Oh god, I closed that game and a bunch of Epic Game Store things popped up. I don't care about Rocket League Season 12. Oh my god. Hello! I love you all! Epic loot! I'm eating it. You can't stop me. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. While I find somebody to raid, I have a few links I would like to share with you all, baby. Feed me. Thank you. We got the link to my card. That is a one-stop shop for all things Comfy Catboy. This person's a witch and they're playing Minecraft. I'm gonna raid them. Hold on, let me check to make sure I don't have friends on. Alright. Or I just decided, let's make a new friend. No, this looks great. Okay. The card one-stop shop to all things comfy Catboy, in addition to... I'm gonna mute you, though. In addition to, all my socials, there is links to my, places you can commission me, links to my, paid video situation, and all that good stuff. Check it out. I think it's gonna be great. We also have, did I post them all at once? No. The Discord, it's a beautiful place full of lovely people. I highly recommend you check that out. We also have the link to all my YouTube channels. I would love it if you check those out as well. We have all the free stuff I'm uploading to YouTube, and if you want a little more in depth, we have the other situations. I love you all to pieces. If you are a subscriber, you can copy and paste this raid message. We're gonna make a new friend in Starfire Espo. They're like a purple-haired witch, and I like witches very much. And they seem like a somewhat relatively new streamer, so that is also dope. I love you all to pieces. I'll be back tomorrow, 9 a.m. West Coast American time. I hope you all have a lovely Wednesday, and I will see you next time. Goodbye. 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 Bye. 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 Bye.